ladies tournament is great.
This is the most amazing event I've ever seen.
It is fun, it is energy.
I'm very competitive, I love to win.
My daughter, Frankie, is definitely going to grow up to be a buck hunter.
Competition is just in my blood.
Some other girls are extremely accurate, and you better be faster than they are because they don't miss.
They're here to win just like any guy is.
Get up there and get good, or get out.
They're nothing to mess around with. They're top players.
Sarah's gonna win again.
Sarah Erlinson is beatable. Is there anyone that can beat me?
I'm taking those jugs back.
Big buck is my life.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the 2016 Big Buck World Championship Weekend. I'm Callum Fletcher, joined on the desk by the one and only Connor Canay and Jess Pedro, our social media manager. Guys, we're in Austin. It's beautiful out. We've got a lot of action coming on this weekend. How are you feeling?
You know, pretty good. We saw some rain earlier today, but it looks like it kind of cleared up, and it's a beautiful venue. I have no complaints.
Knock on wood on that rain comment.
Yeah.
What people don't know is we actually also control the weather as well as the most awesome arcade games on planet Earth. So we're here to get it done, and the weather is beautiful right now. So
we've been doing our rain dances all day, guys. We've got a full afternoon of ladies tournament action. Of course, for all of you who are unfamiliar with the Big Buck World Championship Weekend, the Friday, traditionally a cocktail party, is now the world-famous ladies tournament where they're going to be competing for $5,000. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, and look who we have behind us right now.
Sarah Erlinson.
Who could it be? Anyone other than Sarah Erlinson?
4 out of 5-time ladies champion. We're going to have her in for some interviews later. And of course, tomorrow, the World Championship main event where they're going to be competing for $20,000 and that chance to hoist Pappy's jug. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I have full confidence in her.
Yeah? Says
maybe the 25,000 total.
Ooh, 25. Yeah. So let's get into some predictions then. I got to ask, Connor, so it sounds like you're confident in Sarah. Who are you feeling?
I will say I'm confident in Sarah back here, but I think Melinda Van Hoomissen.
Ooh.
You know,
some competition.
I'm sorry, for as long as the women's tourney's been around, that rivalry's been they've been trading places between first and second. I know you've taken 4 or 5, but Melinda's taken second 3 out of the 4 times she's been there.
Yeah,
so
2013, that was her year.
And she won 1, yeah. So I think this is her year.
Now, something fun about the Sarah and Melinda rivalry is the fact that Sarah seems to win in 2s.
Yeah.
She won the first 2, lost to Melinda, won the next 2, didn't lose to Melinda.
Not yet.
We'll find out.
That's
okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you're going with Melinda.
Melinda, yeah.
Jess, who do you have taking this game?
I have to go with my girl Sarah just because I know she's right behind me and I know she's listening right now. And we have kind of a strong bond. But I mean, I love Melinda as well, but I'm just going to root for Sarah just to be devil's advocate.
Okay, don't blame me. You know what? I'm going to be a little different. I'm going to go with someone who's never won, Lindsay Garver. Consistently biting at the heels, always in 3rd, coming up in 4th. But of course, we're in her home state of Austin.
Right, yeah.
We're in Texas, so it's going to be crazy. But you know what? I've got a lot of awesome matches on the screen right now. We're going to jump over to Game 2, which is Courtney McLaughlin versus Jen Reese. Now, Courtney is one of our Australian qualifiers. There's 4 players from Australia here today.
Right.
Courtney being one of them, Mark Santander another, Glenn Rattray, and of course Renee Reg Brooks. But we're going to take a look at Courtney versus Jen. Courtney losing that sight, just slipping short to Jen Rice, who's a Big Buck veteran. She's been here a couple times, so we're going to take a look at this next sight, and see what happens.
All right.
I think Courtney's going to do awesome here. We actually got to hang out with her all night last night, and she brought us a whole bag of good snacks. So I think those are going to be, those Tim Tams are going to be fueling her right now. Let's see what goes on.
If you've never had some Australian food, Tim Tams are the way to go. We're seeing 1 buck apiece here. Courtney picking up the second and
Courtney's
third.
got it. It's those Tim Tams, I'm telling you.
We saw a dough out by Courtney, and this should be an easy pickup, yep.
Which means Jen is going to get the chance to tie it up. We're going to see how those points shell out here.
Whitetail's not an easy animal either, so it really counts here especially.
And of course, Connor, I think you've probably got the most play experience out of any of us on the desk. What makes whitetail so difficult?
Honestly, harder to hit. I think I don't know if necessarily if I just doe out the most on whitetail, but it seems like
maybe it's your personal worst.
I don't know. Yeah, it could be my personal worst, but I've seen a lot of people struggle with it. I think it's lower scores with the bucks themselves.
Okay.
And the patterns, they're smaller. I think it's just easier to doe out there.
You know what I think a lot of our players say? They're fast.
They're fast and they jump.
Fast.
They hop. They take unexpected hops pretty consistently that really throw you off. And we saw Jen, although they tied in bucks there, guys, everyone at home. Connor, can you break down what the scoring is? So how does it factor in? Range, distance, give them all.
Yeah, so we have distance plays a pretty big factor. Typically, your first couple of bucks will be closer, smaller, depends on their weight, but it's more about when they come later on throughout which animals come running out actually. But so distance, size, that really plays a huge effect, and also the accuracy, like the amount of times you shoot at the buck itself will also determine your accuracy, and then ultimately the points you get for your accuracy bonus.
Okay. Well, that explains.
Looks like she's sweating a little.
Well, I don't blame her. She's down just a little bit, and of course, Jen. Courtney had a huge round there, but the round prior, although they tied in bucks, Jen slipped away with those range points, as we were saying.
Yeah.
So we've got a 100-point difference. I think this is probably the best match we could have started the ladies tournament with.
Those bucks later in the trek in the site themselves, those ones really do matter. So doing out early is not an option if you want to stay contending.
And this has been back and forth, but Courtney needs to win a couple of these next sites in order to take that advantage. This is a double elimination tournament, but it cannot feel good to go out early.
No.
And there it is, Jen.
She's got the lip bite going on. I know she knows what's going on. She's a little nervous here. She's got this, though.
She's going to have to maintain that composure if she wants it.
Does. One thing I love about our players is they're always supporting each other, even if they're up against each other. So you can tell Jen is definitely talking to Courtney, trying to let her know, you got this, girl.
I don't know. Jen's
She was. I saw it. I saw a little positivity. Let's see.
It's either that or she's whispering sweet trash talk into her ear and getting into her head a little bit more.
I don't know. She looks like she's going easy. We'll have to see.
And of course, Dave Snipes in the background in his blue suit. Dave, actually one of the previous community managers at Play Mechanics. He used to organize this whole shindig. Now he's here as the host of the event. Incredible personality. The players love him.
Huge personality.
So let's take a look as we get into this next site. And we've got one left and a bonus. So Courtney needs to go big here. She does not have a choice.
It looks like, no.
Oh, Jen goes out. That is huge. A huge opportunity for Courtney
to take her time and make sure she hits all these. Every shot counts.
Now,
it's
if a player does out, the other player has the full opportunity to take as many shots as she wants.
She just missed the dangerous trophy.
That's a big point missed, but of course she racked up otherwise. So let's take a see at what her points were there. And of course, at this point of the game, Jen does out. Courtney's going to rack up the rest of those. So we're seeing this could be Courtney's opportunity. And of course, the bonus games are worth 2.5 the normal points. Courtney could still take this.
This is very close.
Just a 300-point difference.
Volcano bonus is our first bonus game of the day. One of the newer ones.
And this is making me anxious. I know Courtney's anxious. She needs to win this in order to move on to that next round. Otherwise, she's going to be taking a spot as one of the first players in the loser's bracket.
And it looks like she's
Courtney
dominating.
Absolutely doing
the
work.
First section.
10-2.
This has got to be one of her faves.
There we go, 11.
She is racking it up. I'm pretty sure Courtney is sealing the deal and taking this one home. Let's see how this.
See if she can do it.
Jen is struggling. This must have not felt good for Jen as she had that was all but sealed the deal for her.
Courtney must have known when she saw this bonus game that she was going to crush it.
That was absolutely
There
dominating, and the
she
players
goes.
are hugging.
In the last round.
Jen knows exactly what that means. Courtney is all smiles as she is going to move on to the next round, taking 3,000 points.
Taking a total of 2,900 there.
Wow. Courtney,
Great win.
she's sweating. You can see it. She's getting high fives. Of course, one of our few Aussies in the crowd. And holy hell, she did it. She takes it home.
What a first game.
You know what? I didn't doubt it. I knew she was going to be able to take it home.
You felt good
it.
all along?
From all the time we spent together last night, I knew. From all the Australian snacks she brought, she was just fueling herself.
Wow, and you know what?
She's ready to go.
Let's jump over to game 4 as we've got an incredibly close one going into that last bonus. Just tying it out 18-18, Renee versus Julianne, 2 big buck veterans. I think they've just about
split it.
Just about split it even. Let's wait just a moment, and we're going to have those final scores up on the screen. So Julianne Jones is moving on to the next round, and I think Renee had a pretty dismal performance last year as well, so that's not going to feel good. But of course, she still has a chance.
With 2 losses, she still has plenty of time to make up for an early loss. So I wouldn't count her out just yet.
Of course, so everyone at home, just so you guys know, both the tournaments today and tomorrow are double elimination. So if you lose, unfortunately, in one of these first rounds, it's not the end of the world. You can still come back and win. In fact, we've had some pretty incredible loser bracket runs in the past. We're going to be queuing up those next set of games, but guys, that was what a match to start off with.
Absolutely.
Huge.
I had no idea. I was not expecting Courtney to come back.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting her to have to come back. I thought she was just going to crush it from the first
From the
second.
start. Maybe that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
She knew his first
She
match.
was teasing us. She was teasing us.
But any game coming down to the bonus game, it's going to be a photo finish.
They are some of the most exciting matches.
Yeah.
And of course, since we boosted that double bonus, so it's now worth 2.5 points. It really
huge effect.
is a huge make or break. There we go.
Yep. I got you, Cal. I got you, Cal.
I'm glad you're here with us.
Absolutely.
All right, and so you know what? Let's take a look. I'm gonna go ahead and go with game 3 here. We've got I want to jump on game 2. We've got Alexis Murphy versus Allie Gillis, and of course,
a good match.
we're gonna be queuing up these games and getting them ready to go. But this is a huge match. Both of these players practice out of the same bar. They're on the same team.
Right.
Their hunting party, Too Drunk to Buck. It's a whole group of these New York girls.
Love the name.
Incredible hunters. They practice out of the same venue. They're best friends. They travel down here together. And now they're going head to head. And we've got them on camera right now. So we've got Alexis on the left and Allie on the right. I'm super incredibly excited to see what happens on this one. We've got some awesome matches going on elsewhere. But you know what?
Let's stay here for a minute.
This is where it matters.
Yeah.
So they're going to be loading up and getting ready to go.
Can't forget those buck tips.
Absolutely not.
I think all of our players definitely know those buck tips by heart.
I'm sure.
I'd have to agree with you on that one.
And I'm sure they're not incredibly excited about whitetail deer coming up.
Oh yeah, this is a tough one.
But
the bane of my existence.
But I am stoked. I'm ready. Let's see what they can do.
An early.
Oh, toes out so early.
This gives Allie a huge opportunity to really rack up some early points.
And that's
another doe out.
And that's one of those things. When you doe out, if your competitor does out, you've got to slow down. You need to take your time and put those shots and make as many points as you can. And of course, we've got some of our veteran players who know, you know what? I know this buck is going to go back further. They study the routes. They know them. You cannot rush and doe out yourself.
No, I mean, and even if letting one go to try to stay in it and get 3 more, you take a deep breath and you got to think if the shot is too much of a stretch, don't take it. Take the safe bet and move on from that one.
It's not worth the risk. It really isn't. And we are going to see Allie G racking up a 1,200 point difference there. What do you think early? Early predictions here, guys. We've still got a couple rounds to go. But what are you feeling?
I don't think Allie G is gonna give up this lead. I think she's gonna keep it. I think she's gonna move on with ease.
All right, Jess, what do you think?
And I gotta go devil's advocate. I think Alexis is gonna come back.
Oh man, I have no idea. As you say it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Alexis. I must have jinxed her.
As she says it, Alexis does out. Did you notice?
I'm sticking to my guns.
And you notice Allie G didn't even risk going for that big game.
Yeah, that big game walked right by.
And that's exactly what you said. You got to play it slow, take the shots you want to take. And she let a huge point opportunity go just to make sure she got those bucks.
And it looks like she has a pretty substantial lead now.
And that really cannot feel good. She's up by 5,000 points. And these guys are best friends.
Yeah.
There's no love lost here. They'll hug it out at the end of the day, but it can't feel good to go down to one of your best friends and incoming rivals. Alexis has to be feeling this pressure.
Just another dough out. That's her third.
Is that 3 in a row?
It's 3 in a row.
Oh no. That's horrible. And of course,
she's probably feeling it, I'm sure.
I'm looking at that first sight. She has 0 points. The second sight, she only had 1478, and then 500 in the third. She got a little bit back in that fourth one, but we're going to go to the fifth. There's a 4,000 point difference. There's one.
Let's see if Alexis can bring it back.
Split 1-1 with the critters coming in. 2-2.
Deep shot. That's 2 deep shots.
If you talk to any buck hunters, they'll tell you just forget about the critters. Always go for accuracy and distance with those bucks so you can get the most points as possible.
But they can make a big difference. I don't think it's going to matter too much this game. I think it's... All being said, you know what? If Alexis doesn't hit anything in this bonus game and Allie G just cleans house, it could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen. It's possible. Anything's possible. Big buck.
But you know what? I'm confident. Which one of you guys voted Allie? Was that you? Yeah, I'm going to go with you, Connor. I think it's going to Allie.
Let's see.
It already looks like, I don't think...
She still has a shot. And let's not forget, this bonus round is worth double points, but it's not looking too hot.
Yeah, you know what? If they're going to go for a tie, it's just not happening for Alexis.
We don't think it's enough.
We're going to see Alexis heading into that losers bracket pretty darn early today, guys.
But, as we said before, that doesn't mean it's over for her yet.
No, I'm hoping. I know these girls are incredibly talented players. They're proud outside of New York. They have probably one of the best communities to practice in. Portland is another one. New York.
There we go. The friendly hug.
Minnesota, of course. These guys have the best of practice with, and it definitely makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We're going to see them head off the stage, give out high fives as Alexis is heading straight to the
She's
bar.
bummed out, you can tell. Anyone would be bummed out. They spend so much time trying to qualify for this world championship, and to lose is definitely discouraging.
All right. We are going to switch on over to Game 4 between Danielle and Audra. And the score here is another blowout to Audra Zentner's favor, who was a huge finisher last year.
Yeah.
12,000 to 3,600. That could not feel good.
You know, games like that, got to forget about that, move forward. You know, you can't harp on the past there.
And you know what, Danielle Hernandez is one of our newer players. I believe she's coming out of St. Louis. Crew 314, of course, one of our previous world champions, Skippy Tower. So she's got the best, and that's what something I was talking about. You've got the best of to practice with. Mm-hmm. You can't let more performances slip in like this.
No.
If you're practicing against the world champion, you come in ready to go.
Yeah, and you know, you see a lot of people, they have a strong community like we talked about. You know, they come out here, they look great, but if you have two people from the same community play against each other, you know, that could be just about anything going on. You know, they're not strangers playing each other. As the game we mentioned before between Alexis and Allie, that just, you know, it's going to have to go to one of those two. For moving on from that, we're practicing with the former champion. We've got to see a little more of that, you know?
Absolutely, and we're going to see Danielle fall as Audra Zentner secures her place into the next round of the ladies bracket tourney. Now, of course, guys, everyone in the chat, Jess, our social media manager, is here on the desk with us. She's going to be interacting with you guys all weekend. She's going to be hosting our player interviews, and it's going to be awesome, Jess.
I'm excited about it, honestly.
Yeah?
I mean, never done anything like this before, but I said, hey, it's on my bucket list. Let's get her done. And now I'm interviewing people. And while I'm talking to you on the chat, answering questions, running our social media, you know, a lot of jobs, but somebody's got to do it.
So why don't we tell everyone at home what hashtags they can use, where they can find us on our various social medias, the whole 9 yards.
Sure. Instagram, Big Buck Hunter. Twitter, Big Buck Hunter. Make sure you tweet us. Use hashtag BigBuckWC. I'll definitely engage with you, answer any of your questions you have, maybe even give you a little bit of a shout out. YouTube channel, Big Buck Hunter Pro. So we're all over everything. Facebook as well, Big Buck Hunter.
So we're all over the place.
We are.
We got to take care of.
I think we've covered all our bases with social media.
And did you mention Twitch?
Twitch, of course.
Twitch, of course.
You're watching us right now on twitch.tv/BigBuckHD. Don't go away. Stay here.
All right. And we're going to be heading over to game number 3. We have an awesome matchup here, and we were just speaking about the previous world champion, Derek Skippy Tower.
Yeah.
His girlfriend is here, first-time competitor, going up against Kelly Clark, who had an incredible performance here last time. Now, for everyone at home, Christy Carroll, the blonde, and Kelly Clark, the redhead, going toe-to-toe. Christy Carroll does out on her first shot of the round. That cannot be good.
I've not seen a lot of success with this white-tailed deer.
It's tough. It is really tough.
Fortunately for Christy, Kelly looked like she dug out at the very end, so she could not claim all of them.
All right, well, that
Can't win 'em all.
is going to help Christy Carroll.
I know Christy was pretty nervous about this. You know, she's definitely being trained by one of the best, but this is her chance to show her skills.
And you know what? I was actually talking to Christy Carroll last year, and Derek Tower was really stressed out about the World Championship, so she actually stepped back, didn't compete, and just, you know what? I'm just going to help make sure you're ready to go, and let's kill this tournament. And here this year, she says, you know what? I'm coming for that top prize.
I got this.
Unfortunately, Kelly Clark seems to be saying, you know what? Nah.
She can't afford to miss that shot.
There's a lot of doughs coming in. We're seeing a lot of dough outs. It's tough, though. You know what? You're on stage. What are you focusing on? You got to not only be fast, you got to know where they're coming, where they're going, and you've got to focus on the fact that, you know what, you're both shooting for the same animal at the same time.
You know, that's definitely the hardest part about this type of game, because when you're playing by yourself, you can be patient, you can let the Bucks run their routes, you can wait to get max points, and that's fine, but you have to beat your opponent, and that's the hardest part about it.
Let's not forget, these opponents are some of the top opponents in the entire world. So it's not just playing your boyfriend or playing your friend or playing someone who's never played. It's playing some of the top players who've got the maddest skills, for sure.
And there's a lot of prize money on the line. And I'm just saying, while we're talking about prize money, you know, we're in Austin, Texas. The food here smells so good.
Oh, yeah.
This booth.
I know.
I am drowning in the smell of Texas barbecue right now.
Incredible.
All I want is to eat it.
It's incredible. But we're going to get back to that. Sorry, we're going to get into this match. Kelly Clark looking like she's going to be securing her way into the next round. She's up by 5,000 points without those points. What is going on? What's going through Christy Carroll's head when you're losing this bad?
I think.
What is my boyfriend gonna say? What is my 2014 World Championship boyfriend gonna say? That's what she's thinking about right now.
You know what? I think at the end of the day, when you're a World Championship, you've got to know you're in for the long haul. Your day is going to be long. It's going to be grueling, and you've got to be ready. And we see back-to-back dough outs, shot after shot.
The nerves are definitely getting to her for sure.
You know, early on, it looks like Derek was giving her advice during warm-ups, and again, she might not walk away with this one winning, going to the loser's bracket, but I'm sure he'll have some things to tell her and hopefully some tips, and she might come out looking better than before, let's hope.
She does have another chance, so we'll see what she does.
And you'll be seeing in that background cam when they show the crowd, Skippy Tower wearing his famous hat, his lion hat. We've got some awesome stories about Derek Tower. He lost his shoe 2 years ago, went on to go and win the whole tournament. Doesn't even make sense, but we're not going to question it. He's got a golden shoe now. It's his good luck charm. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be working for Christy Carroll. And Kelly Clark is going to be securing this win pretty handily, I think. And we're going to be seeing a little bit more of the Volcano bonus here tonight before we move into the next round. Of course, all of round one is going to be playing the same game type,
right.
So everyone has the same field of play. Now, I guarantee you the first thing she's going to be doing is talking to Derek Tower, and he's going to be preparing her and saying, you know what, it's fine. Here's how you come through losers. Here's how you win this tournament.
Absolutely. I'm sure, obviously supportive, but he definitely has some things to tell her. She's going to improve. She's going to come out looking better.
And you know what? It's her first time, so we got to give the girl a round of applause just for getting her butt up on that stage, which is not easy to do.
And you know what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but while we're talking about first time, we're going to be taking a look at this next tournament, Emily Dice and Kelly DeForest. And that's taking place over on game one. You guys are seeing it here. It is the end of the bonus game, just wrapping it up. This is an incredibly close match, 7,633 to 7,585 going into this bonus.
Wow.
So this is crucial, and it is close. It is very close.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly can beat her out here, which it doesn't look like she did.
Just came up short.
Emily Dice secures the win. They're high fives. They're happy. Of course, Emily's
I love
happy.
the sportsmanship of Big
Yeah.
Buck HD, that's for sure.
It's a happy community, and you know what, guys? We're gonna give a quick shout out to Buck Wild Snacks. If you guys haven't had them before, they're incredible. We've got tons of them all throughout the venue.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna roll a quick spot from Buck Wild. And that's coming up. There we go. Now we are getting back into the action. The players are lining up on stage, getting ready for that next round. And you know what? These are some of my favorite competitors here. I think we're going to have to jump in with Game 3. Julia Wilmot versus Rhonda Doyle.
Yeah.
Now, what do you have for this one?
Well, you and Julia are good friends, right?
We are good friends. She is
I love Julia.
the bane of my existence, as everyone who watches Bucking Around may know. My personal grievance, but you know what?
So I'm going to go ahead and root for her there. I'm going to go ahead and give that to her just to see you unhappy.
Well, you know what? If she wins, I guarantee you I'm going to hear nothing but taunting and agonizing.
Because I actually have to agree with Connor, and I'm going to have to go with Julia as well, just because she's one of my homegirls.
I've got to give it to Julia. I can't vote against her, but you know what? That's 3 for 3.
Oh, she better not disappoint us.
But we'll see. We've got her up against Rhonda Doyle, who's another fierce competitor.
Right.
Of course, all of our players here this weekend are incredibly talented, but we're feeling it. You know what, Julia? We're throwing our energy at you. We really hope you can scare it. As you can see on stage, they are preparing. Alex Petro, one of the family founders of this game. You know what? One of our avid game wardens, loves to be here, helps out hugely every year. Zooming back a little bit with the crowd, we've got the player bracket. You know what? Every year, these tournaments just get cooler and cooler.
Cooler and cooler.
Now, I believe this is your first time being at the venue. Was yesterday for you, today for you.
Today for me, yeah.
What do you guys think?
Honestly, the place looks incredible. I can't wait to see what happens. You know, when it gets a little darker out, there's going to be a whole life to it. I'm really impressed with all the people that came together to put this whole thing together, because it's absolutely incredible. And for those who are at home who are watching this, if you can't see how amazing it is, trust me when I tell you, the whole entire place is awesome.
What do you think,
I
Jess?
have to say, this being my third World Championship, this by far, every year we always top the last year, but this year at the Belmont on 6th Street, 6th Street itself is awesome. So the fact that we're in the middle of everything in Austin has just been great, and all the decor is amazing. We got strong events who just fitted this place out with some of the best taxidermy I've ever seen in my life, and you know, everything else is on point.
And you know what? If you are in Austin, Texas, make sure you guys come down for this party. It is awesome. We are at the Belmont on 6th Street, so it's 305 West 6th. General admission is free. You're welcome to come in. VIP is sold online at Eventbrite. You can head over to BigBuckHD.com in order to get that. But we're going to jump into this match. Julia is killing it.
Yeah. She's past. I mean, starting out hot out the gate. She's dominating. She has 4 of the bucks, 5. That's 6. That's a clean sweep.
That is exactly what she wants. That is going to be putting her up on the scoreboard, 8,700 to 1,300. That's a thrashing.
That 15-2 difference of those bucks, and her accuracy is still, you know, better. I'm impressed right now. It's some of the best shooting I've seen so far today.
And I believe Julia's best placing was actually 6'6" in the 2015 ladies tourney. That's huge. She's a fierce competitor, and of course, she's obviously looking to come in and take first this year.
Oh yeah.
Little bit of a closer match, but nonetheless, Julia just creeping further and further, and she's got to be feeling good about this one.
Oh yeah, she's got to finish strong, but I don't see Rhonda coming back from this one.
I don't even think it's possible. Mathematically, I'm pretty sure she's dead in the water, isn't she?
No,
Julia basically heard all of our predictions and just fueled this round.
With Centaur energy, she's happy. She's feeling
we all knew it.
And that dough out's just a nail in the coffin.
All right. That's going to be 5. Rhonda Doyle is going to be heading over to the losers bracket, but you know what? She's all smiles.
Yeah.
This whole tournament here, everyone's happy. There's no angst, there's no enemies. That's not true. Sarah, Melinda, a little bit of a rivalry going there.
You can feel it. You can feel it.
Oh, the animosity. Legend has it that they just walked by each other without saying hey yesterday.
Wow.
Just what I heard.
I'm taking your word on it. I wasn't here yesterday, but wouldn't surprise me.
You missed out.
It's a rivalry as old as time itself.
That's or at least the ladies tournament.
Yeah, that.
Julia cleaning house. She's got 9 Rhonda Doyle's, 2 here. This is going to be as you said, nail in the coffin. Julia's going to be moving on to round 2. She's got to be feeling good, and of course, Julia's actually one of those players from Too Drunk to Buck.
Still my favorite name.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
you can't hate
great.
it.
Yeah.
These guys have some awesome hunting parties, and they get together and they do leagues and tournaments all over the place. Julia Wilmot will forever profess herself as one of the New York crowd. She lives over in Los Angeles right now. I want to give a major shout out to all of her coworkers that are watching probably over at Riot Games. I saw some TSM chants coming in the chat earlier, which
she said she had all of her friends and family watching.
So a major shout out to all of Julia Wilmot's friends and family. Of course, a major shout out to Rhonda Doyle's friends and everyone at home watching. It's just an incredible experience.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about all smiles before because how could you be upset playing a game like this,
It's awesome. And of course, these are your guys who are regularly in your bars. They're hanging out at arcades.
Yeah.
They're your bartenders, your wait staff. We've got all walks of life.
Some people have actually gained great friendships from playing the game. They meet every year at the World Championships. So I think that's a huge testament to the community.
That's right. And we've got and again, let's just talk about the depth of the community here for a second. We've got graphics designers. We've got ice cream testers. We've got bartenders, wait staff, and you know who else is here? Travis Pastrana and the rest of Nitro Circus are here. Not only are they here hanging out, they are competing.
Travis Pastrana actually cut his shorts to be as short as our male models because he was so jealous of their quads just hanging out.
I watched it happen.
So, yeah, it was real. It was real. It happened.
Was it everything we hoped and dreamed it would be?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
It kind
of
really
was.
Yeah, and you know what? And they come in as the team Whiskey Throttle. They're an incredible group of guys. They've unfortunately...
One's on crutches right now.
One's on crutches.
Yeah, I watched him actually get carried upstairs.
Yep.
The first ever double backflip on a bike.
Oh, wow.
Is the guy in crutches. I'm not sure if he fell immediately after.
And that's the way to go down.
But it is what it is, guys. We've got a small round coming in this time with just the last 3. This is going to finish out Reload round 1. So we have Jen Rice versus Jacqueline Stafford, Alexis Murphy versus Samantha Intriari, and Kristen Jacques versus Renee Mosier. I'm going to be watching game 2 here. We've got an interview coming up, I believe, shortly. But until then, we're going to be setting up with game 2, Samantha Intriari versus Alexis Murphy.
So we also have one coming up for game 4.
Oh, and Jubilee Saranillo, otherwise known as Jub Jub.
Jub Jub, good old Jub Jub.
Versus Kelly DeForest. Now, these games are going to be lined up. We're going to be sending Jess over for an interview in just a moment. We're incredibly excited. We're going to see who she's got with her on the desk. Just give us a moment for that. But for now, we're going to keep talking about this matchup. Now, Alexis Murphy versus Samantha Intriari. Samantha coming off just having a kid just a few months ago.
Yeah.
She was pregnant at last year's World Championship. I think probably one of our first pregnant competitors.
Taking 4th place.
And exactly, 4th place. That's impressive, especially while pregnant. But here's the thing, maybe she wasn't drinking alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Maybe she just had it covered and she was sober enough for the whole day and she took it home that way.
Would you say alcohol hinders your performance? Because I might think it makes me a little better. Calms the nerves a little bit,
You know, it's tough. On one hand, you've got your players who will attest, you know what, you've got to be drinking.
Yeah.
If you practice and you play while you're drinking, you've got to be drinking when you play here.
100%.
But then there's other players who will say, you know what, I need to be on top of my game, I need to be ready, focused, and good to go. So, obviously it worked out a little bit in her favor last year.
It looks like it.
We'll see if it helps this year. I'm sure she's ready to go. I think she's a little bit still sober. We saw her out partying last night, but we're gonna jump on into this match. Alexis Murphy up by 1,000 points. This is Reload. Loser goes home.
And it looks like right now it's still pretty close. That even 3-3 just seemed to give Alexis just a little bit more of a lead than
1,000 points. We're going to stick with this match, and we're going to be sending it over to an interview just after, guys. So hold tight for that. Alexis and Samantha, this is nuts. This is so close. 1,000 points. Loser goes home. Neither of these people should be going home this early.
It's a great pickup for Samantha, that first buck.
Oh, like Alexis does out. Oh, and Sam does out. That's 2 does.
But it looks like she still managed to gain enough points.
Is that a tie? That is a tie. That is absurd. That does not happen. You can tell by the players' faces.
Yeah. And they still have
2 sites and a bonus, I believe, is what we've got left.
Yeah.
2 sites and a bonus at a tie. Loser goes home. Alexis goes out.
You have 2 critters just standing still. Yeah, okay, she took care of them. That's good.
And you know what? Alexis has been doing out. When we watched her earlier, she was consistently doing out then, too. Samantha picks up, cleans house, takes all 6 home. She's feeling good. She knows 4,000 points is not an easy gap to close.
Samantha needs to stay calm and make sure that she does not go out. She cannot give her the opportunity to hit all 6 bucks. She needs to at least solidify her position and hit 1 or 2, play it safe. That's 1. Not just need to overcompensate by any means.
Alexis picking up the first 2, but Sam gets the deep shot. Alexis with the third. Keeping it close, though, and you know what? Keeping it close is all Sam needs to do. She doesn't need to win these rounds by huge amounts of points. She just needs to make it impossible for her to come back in that bonus, and I think that's exactly what she just did.
The old wormhole bonus.
One of my favorites, to be honest. I love it. It's awesome. We've got a new one coming out next year, Space Invaders, I believe. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Have you played it?
Not yet. I actually have not yet.
It's
or
a good
scratch that. Maybe I have. It's been a while.
One of those games that we've been playing while we were in office. Guys, it is 6-4. I think this is going to be Alexis's exit from the ladies tournament. Unfortunately, she will not be competing for that 5,000. She'll still walk away with some cash in her pocket, but still, you got to feel bad. It's an early exit.
It's hard, there's a lot of preparation for a tournament like this, and it's hard to get out this early on. But
it's a lot of prep and a lot of qualifying. 5 months of qualifying prior, and it's a lot of fun. But they're going to be holding tight, just checking out those scores. Samantha by 2,000. That is awesome. Good for Samantha. I know her crowd from Tampa is cheering on in the back. Guys, we're going to be sending it over to Jess Petro right now for an exclusive interview.
I'm live here at the Big Buck World Championship at the Belmont with Julia Wilmot, who just crushed Rhonda in that round. Julia, can you tell me what is going through your head right now after just killing that round?
I'm just happy that I won one. I don't know.
Don't be modest. We know how awesome you are, and so do all your friends at Riot Games who are watching right now. Do you have any shout-outs?
Hi, everyone. I don't know who's watching, but thanks for tuning in.
You've got a lot of support in the chat. I talked to a few of them. Is there anything that you're going to be thinking about going into the next round?
Just concentrating and drinking all the water.
All the water, not the alcohol.
Alcohol.
Why not the alcohol?
It messes up my shooting, so I like to be, on point.
On point all the time. Julia, can we get a little bit of a dance in? Just a little bit? We're going to dance a little bit before we go back to the desk. Is there anything else you want to say? Tell us about how you're feeling about the Belmont.
Belmont's awesome. The event this year is so great, and I love having all the machines here. It's so awesome, and having everybody together again. It's amazing. It's a big family.
Is having 12 machines, 12 Big Buck HDs better for your game? Obviously, you get to practice, but what other reasons?
Just being able to play with everybody. We're not waiting. You usually have to wait in a bar and kind of hang out by the machine, but we all have playing time, so it's awesome.
No lines.
Exactly.
We have 12 Big Buck HDs here, along with some other arcades. Julia, I wish you luck in the next round. I think you're going to do awesome. Just so you know, I was rooting for you on the desk.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's cut it back to Connor and Callum at the desk. Let's see what's going on in the matches.
And we are back, guys. Of course, the exclusive interview with Julia Wilmot coming hot off of that win. She's got to be feeling good. We've got one bonus game just wrapping up now. It looks like, actually, we're going to jump to game 4. This could be huge. Jub has Kelly DeForest against the wall. Kelly is up by 2,000 points, but Jub just had a huge bonus game. I don't know if it's going to be enough to close that gap, but we're going to take a look. Oh, Jub falls short by 300. 100 in the reload. So we're going to be seeing Jub go home early, unfortunately for her.
I mean, it still just goes to show you that these bonus games do mean a lot, and they can make a huge difference. Like, really closing the gap. Like,
they really do.
Yeah.
2.5 times the multiplayer. If you're down 1,000, 1,500, or even a little bit less, you can make a significant comeback and wins just from the bonus games.
Absolutely.
But you know what? As I said, Julia Wilmot with the interview, my bane of my existence. If you watch Bucking Around, which is a weekly show we do every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard, Julia is one of our frequent contributors. So with that, I'd like to give you guys a quick little promo. Guys, can we roll the Bucking Around promo shot?
We're bucking around. So ridiculous! Hey, how's it going there?
Come on, let's get some twerking in there.
Cheers, buddy. Oh. That's right! Watch this show!
And of course, Bucking Around. It's an awesome show. It's every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard on twitch.tv/BigBuckHD. Make sure you guys are subscribing to never miss it. It's a lot of fun to make. I've got to give it to Mike Colesworthy, though, one of the hosts and MCs on stage with us today.
You'll meet him later. You see him later.
Oh, yeah. Another bane of my existence. Some of the games that we do on that show are seriously horrible. I think one of those shots you saw me take was at pure Italian dressing, and I was this close to throwing up everywhere.
It's wholesome fun.
Fortunately, I've only had to be tortured once, so that was pretty hard for me, but I feel like it was kind of my initiation into the game.
Oh, it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of players asked to come down and check out the show. One of those being Christy Carroll, who is on Game 3 that we're watching right now. Christy versus Sarah Brooks. And of course, we were talking about Christy getting those tips from Derek Tower. This is her chance to make sure she stays in the tournament. This is Reload Round 1. All the marbles on the table for these two players right now, and Christy is up by 1,000 points.
It looks like they're gonna split this one.
Christy definitely had a pep talk before this round, I think.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I'm seeing beach balls shooting up over the banister. It's a party here, guys. Again, if you're in Austin, Texas, make sure you're coming down to the Belmont. If you're not in Austin, make sure you join us all weekend here at twitch.tv/BigBuckHD. We're starting the tournament tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard, and we're going to be doing it with the main event with $20,000 of first place money on the line.
That is a whole chunk of change. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's do that for a second. We boosted the prize pool this year, $100,000 on the line throughout this weekend.
Yep.
That's
$100K
incredible.
for an epic bar game. Let's really talk about what it is.
And you know what? A lot of people, and that's actually true, a lot of people ask, what are you doing down in Austin this weekend? And I'll say, I'm doing the Big Buck World Championship. What's that? It's a cult phenomenon. It is incredible. These players are fanatic. People who watch it love it. You just go out and you play this game once, even if it's just against your friends, you are going to get hooked. And that is exactly what happened to these two. Christy Carroll going out early. Again, Sarah just needs to take her time here, make these shots count exactly like we talked about earlier.
It looks like she's doing just that.
And she's going to take all 5 are available to her. Going to the dangerous. Let's see if she can pick it up. 1, 2 does not secure it. That's a little bit of points missed, but she got 5 other. I'm sure she's not upset about it.
There's always that split second right after where you may have gotten that last shot off and you don't really know if you got hit or not. And
oh, maybe. Just unfortunately short. 9,000 to 7,000. A 2,000 point difference going into the bonus. This is very, very winnable still for Sarah Brooks. The finals going into this, 6,200 to 6,794. 500 points. We could see this going either way.
This is where we talk about the bonus game could make all the difference.
And we're going to see those shots coming in. Christy Carroll trying to be quicker, but Sarah is keeping up. Again,
a lot of people always ask, what is this bonus game all about? It's a wormhole, people. It's a wormhole.
It's the wormhole bonus.
Again, Sarah does not I'm sorry, Christy does not need to slaughter Sarah here. She just needs to maintain her lead. She just needs to keep it even and hold Sarah. But Sarah racks up a huge amount of points. That might be it for Christy Carroll. They're hugging it out. Let's find out what those scores are. Sarah takes the win. 12,000 to 8,000. That's
where
hurts.
that bonus game makes all the difference.
That hurts. Christy Carroll done in 2 rounds. Unfortunate for her.
You know, but we have to give her credit. Like we said before, it's not easy coming in, being a first-time competitor.
It's not easy to qualify as is, but you know what? It's well worth it. It's definitely fun. It's 5 months of qualifying. Sarah Erlandson, I believe, is going to be coming up soon. One of our incredible players. 4 out of 5-time ladies champion.
And one of my great friends.
I think Sarah's...
She's friends with everybody, but...
You know what? While we're talking about Sarah, I want to take a second here. Do a little grace to the Twitch chat. Let's talk about Jared.
Do you think the chat is even ready for Jared yet?
Probably not.
I don't think Jared's ready for Twitch yet.
I don't think Jared's ready for Jared, for that matter.
Jared's not ready for Jared yet.
He has a shirt. There's a shirt right now.
Literally.
Yep.
Jared is my homeboy. We don't have it on. We got it at the desk. We're going to get that out for you.
We'll be busting it out right at the right time. Oh, and it's coming up.
Here it is. Jared is my homeboy. Jared is all of our homeboys.
And you can actually buy this shirt, bigbuckhd.com/store. But when you meet Jared on the live stream, people are going to be running to the store. They're going to need this.
Now, why don't we talk? Everyone at home who might have missed Jared earlier, you were at the center of the Jared phenomena that was Free Jared. Why don't you tell us all about it?
Oh, wow. Well, what can I say about Jared besides the fact that he's just a whole bundle of entertainment in a vest.
Yeah?
In a very dirty-looking vest, but I guarantee it's clean. And Jared's got just the personality of one of the greatest guys I've ever met. So he did all the entertaining on his own, and all he had to do was open his mouth. He's always got great things to say, always repping his wife, Sarah, and always backing her. Unfortunately, he's not playing this year, which is a little bit, my heart broke a little bit when I found out he wasn't playing, but he's still here and he's still repping Big Buck.
And let's talk about that for just a second. Unfortunately, Jared Erlandson and Sarah Erlandson joined us at TwitchCon this year. Of course, Play Mechanics joined Twitch to run the PJ Sultan tournament. If you had a chance to watch it, it was a lot of fun for us and a lot of fun for them. And we actually had Sarah and Jared join us out there.
Yep.
They qualified while they were in San Diego.
On the last day of qualifiers,
Exactly.
mind you.
So they went straight from TwitchCon, smoking the PJ Sultan tournament players, and then went straight to finish qualifying. Sarah, first place.
Yep.
Second place, I'm sorry, Melinda actually took that by a couple points.
Just in the last.
Jared fell out last minute, literally from 33rd
by 1
to 34th, and it knocked him out of the tournament. He literally just missed it. Devastating.
It's probably just a dagger to his chest.
Oh, I'm sure, but you know what? Jared Erlandson loves the party. He's here every year.
Yeah.
Guys, last year, Jared actually got removed from the venue, kicked out, and of course...
Hoping that doesn't happen this year.
And the Twitch chat went bonkers with hashtag Free Jared, Bring Jared Back, the Messiah of Big Buck.
And of course, Jared is my homeboy,
and
which
Jared
is
is
where
my
the t-shirt even
homeboy.
came from.
Make sure you get a shirt.
And we're
Absolutely
gonna make sure we get Jared, importantly, on here for an interview soon at some point. But let's take a look at our next round matchups.
We got a couple good matchups going on.
You know what? We've got
Melinda Van Hoomissen's up.
We've got 2 Aussies coming into this.
Wow.
Renee Brooks and Courtney McLaughlin are both fighting in this round. Or we can take a look at Melinda Van Hoomissen, who is one of our favorites to win. Which one of these 3 matches do you want to go with?
I gotta see Melinda. Gotta see Melinda.
All right, we can go with Melinda. Actually, you know what? Let's run that Sarah package.
I'm Sarah Erlandson, aka The Champ, from Beldenville, Wisconsin. My husband and I opened a bar and grill in Beldenville, Wisconsin, Clyde's Corner, and we've had a big buck hunter machine there. Ever since then, we've gotten into tournament play. My husband and I were high school sweethearts. Jared and I have talked about being paired up against each other in the World Championship, and he claims that he won't play me. He says that he's gonna put his gun down and let me play, and if he did that, I would be furious. To To be the first ever ladies tournament winner, it's pretty exciting. I am still a little shocked. Never expected to win, and I had to do a lot of shooting to win. The second time I won the ladies tourney championship was in New York, and I became the first person ever to win at Big Buck HD and Big Buck Safari. I mean, it's a mindset. You got it. You got to know you have it. You got to know you can win. Well, I lost my title in 2013, and I was feeling really defeated, but it just lit a fire under me to train harder and come back in 2014 and take back the title.
Make some noise for our world champion, Sarah Erlinson!
I am playing as much as I can. I try to play at least 3 hours a day, if not more. My husband is wonderful. He trained with me every night. When we're just hanging out, we're all friends. But when it comes time to compete, I want to kick their ass. I have won 4. I'm the 2011, 12, 14, and I'm the 2015 Ladies Tourney Champion.
Those your jugs?
Yes. Is there anybody out there that can take my jugs?
And of course, Sarah Erlinson, the ladies champion. One of the most undisputed best female hunters here, but her arch rival is playing right now. We're gonna take a look at game 1, Melinda Van Hoomissen versus Erin Passon. Now Melinda,
Already crushing it.
Melinda has an entire crew here. Have you seen them? 8 people deep, I think, a family, friends, and of course her husband, Scott Van Hoomissen, who is another one of our competitors. But let's watch this sight. Let's see how it goes. Going into sight 2, Melinda took the first one 4-2. It's going in her favor. There's still plenty of time for Erin to come back, though.
I'm so excited to see how Melinda does. I think she's got a bigger crew this year, so.
Oh, the Van Hoomissen clan just seems to grow every year. Melinda and Erin splitting it 2-2.
Let's see where this
is a huge one in the back. Melinda picks up both of them. Both of those last 2 whitetail have to be worth tons of points.
The distance is it's all you need to see is how far away they were. They're great shots, well executed, clean, and exactly what she needs. She wants to keep dominating this game.
And Melinda is all about success under pressure. If she knows anything about pressure, she's been in the final 2 with Sarah Erlinson multiple times, and even right now, she was almost under the gun and she still came through.
And that has got to feel good for the entire Van Hoomissen clan. And it's got to be rough for Erin. With the Van Hoomissen clan back there cheering.
Very intimidating.
You've got a lot of people making some noise behind you. Melinda, though, proving why she's one of the best. A little round of applause for her coming from down low as she picks up 2,000 points on that round. Erin struggling to keep her composure, but you know what? She can come back. She can fight it out. And she can make it happen. There's about a 4,000, 6,000 point difference going into that. Rough. And I'm not entirely certain Erin is a competitor tomorrow as well, so she's going to be looking to make as much as she can out of night. Melinda does out early with 1 buck. Erin's going to be able to clear up as much as she wants here. Picks up 5 going into the dangerous. 1 shot, 2 shots.
Wasn't enough.
I don't think we've seen anyone kill that yet tonight.
It's not been a good night for the Dangerous Trophies. It's been
a great night for the Dangerous Trophies. They're not going down.
You're right. No, yeah. But she's letting her back in this game.
It's 3,000 point differential here. Now, do we have another sight up before the bonus? I think we do.
We have 1 more.
1 more and then a bonus. Melinda needs to slow it down and play it right.
Just cannot afford to dough out. That's the name of the game. That's 1. Well, that's a great shot to start.
2, 3. The critter's going down to Melinda. Who's gonna get the big game? No one. They've passed it up for an opportunity to go for those bucks. Erin, 4-2. This could go down to the bonus game. I think this very well might.
Melinda's feeling it. She can see it in her face. She knows.
2,000 points. Erin can still do it, but it is going to be
Melinda
a blowout.
Works under pressure, so let's see how she does. This might be right up her alley.
This has to be a blowout in order for Melinda to lose this. And I don't see Melinda getting blown out by anybody here tonight.
Oh my God, that barbecue smells so good right now.
Oh, it's incredible. And they are playing the waterfall bonus. Melinda picking up 9 to Erin's 4.
She's just not phased.
No, they are shooting as soon as these barrels come over the waterfall, and of course, once they break, there are targets inside, and that's where the points come in. One shot for the barrel, one shot per target. You're going head-to-head, seeing who can get them. Melinda cleaning house.
It looks like this one's over.
That is all she wrote. The Melinda crew, Melinda Van Hoomissen's crew going crazy behind her. Melinda's going to find herself in winners 3. Moving a little bit closer to that $5,000.
I still have my money on her. Melinda's still my favorite. So.
Well, you know what? She's not showing you a reason otherwise at this point. We are going to be sending it over to Jess in just a minute or two for another interview. Before we do that, I'd love to show a little bit about a game we've been working on in-house here. Now, this is something that's not released to the public. It's a hit AMC show. You are probably at home a fanatical fan of the show. I know I am. I've seen every episode. I don't know if you are.
I am too.
Do you want to do it or shall I?
I'll do it.
I don't blame you. Go for it, my man.
All right, we're going to show some exclusive, never before seen footage of our newest game, The Walking Dead.
That's right. The Walking Dead.
Company that brought you Terminator Salvation, Aliens Armageddon, and Jurassic Park, comes the most epic arcade action shooter ever. They may not seem like much one at a time, but in a group, when they're hungry,
And that is the latest and greatest out-of-play mechanics and raw thrills. It looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Definitely not going to be standing around playing that game. And you know who else we're not going to keep standing around? Jess Petro, as she's got another interview in the booth.
At the 2016 Big Buck World Championship, and I found Jared, and he is happy as can be. Jared, how are you feeling?
Pretty happy. Did I spit all the way there?
Jared, can you tell us where you got your vest? Because I think people are so obsessed with it, they want to know where they can get the exact same one.
I think everyone can go fuck off and try to find a vest. Scotty. No, not Scotty Snipers. Fuck Scotty Snipers, just Scotty.
So we all know who Jared is. Obviously, he's the husband of Sarah Erlinson. He's also a great Big Buck Hunter player. But I have to tell you, or I have to ask you, how do you think Sarah's gonna do? We gotta hear what we know you're gonna say. We gotta hear you say it from your mouth.
Well, I understand that you have to do what you're doing. And she just won.
She did.
She just won because she's the boss. Have you ever seen a boss before? straight up boss.
How much
She
money would you
literally-
put on Sarah winning right now, this second? How much money would you put on it?
How much you got in your checking account?
$6 million.
You don't. That's a fucking lie.
I don't have $6 million. Would you put all? Would you put your whole
everything
life
you
savings?
have, everything you have.
That's not that much, Jared.
It don't matter. I still win.
It's true. Sarah has Jared on her side, so we'll have to see how she does. We've also got Mark here, who's one of our producer extraordinaires. Oh, you gonna take it?
Mark, you got this shit.
How are you feeling about the Belmont, about the whole event right
This
now?
is probably the most awesome venue I think we've ever had.
I think so too.
Fantastic.
You having a good time?
Absolutely.
Jared, you having a good time? Take it away, Jared.
Fuck this shit. Well, I don't know why I thought I had to have a bet. Like, well, I'm betting anyway. We had like 30 bets going on.
30 bets? For Sarah.
Oh, yeah. What, you think we're freaking not from this guy?
Man, he's a betting man. Okay, we got to throw it back to the desk. We're going to have you back on, Jared. Let's throw it back to Connor and to Callum. See you guys later.
All right, guys, we are going to be... Guys, we are going to be heading over to Game 4 for a huge match right now. Sarah Erlandson up against Julia Wilmot, going to the bonus, and this looks like Sarah Erlandson might be just taken away with it. We were watching this a little earlier. Julia looked like she had it.
It was close for a while, but the lady legend, Sarah Erlandson, seemed to have pulled it out.
It seems like it's all but over in winners round 2 for Julia Wilmot. She's going to be going into the reload bracket, where she very much so has a chance to win. It's tough. Sarah Erlandson is not a competitor you want to play, let alone want to play early in the tournament. Guys, we have a lot of awesome matches going on right now. We've got an incredibly close game on game number 3, about 600 points different. We're going to be jumping into that right now. We've got it on your screen. Audra Zettner against Lindsay Garber. Now Lindsay playing on her home turf here.
And it looks like Audra just had a great sight here and took what looks like 4 of the last bucks, and has a commanding 2,000 point lead or so.
And we're heading into the last sight before the bonus. It is not over for Lindsay. Lindsay is, of course, one of our best competitors. She's constantly creeping up into the top 4, placing top 3 even, just outside that top 3, or top 2, just outside that Melinda-Sarah rivalry. But I really, really want Lindsay to make some work happen this weekend. Now that's 3-3. We're going to take a look at those points, though. That's big for Lindsay. Less than 2,000. We're looking at about 1,200 points here.
You know, anything could happen on this waterfall bonus. If Lindsay, she's going to need a lot, but she can definitely pull this one off still. It's not too late for her.
And we've got the home field advantage, guys.
We've got a wide variety of players, and Lindsay is one of the top players.
And if you notice, a lot of time with those first couple barrels, they're not even seeing them coming out. They're just shooting the top of the screen because they know that once those barrels break, now the 3 targets is going to spread out across the top of the screen. So you may not see them the first couple points they get because they are literally just shooting at the top of the screen.
And that's a pretty common tactic in the big buck world, is you consider pre-shooting.
Yeah.
These guys will study these tracks. They will know exactly what's coming, where it's coming, and how they've got to do it. The biggest problem with that, though, when you're playing against somebody shooting like that, it's all about speed and a little bit of luck, because you need to get those kill points.
And unfortunately for Lindsay, just was not enough for her. And
I'm surprised by that one.
1,000 points. Audra Zettner's got to feel good.
She must.
There's a lot of big names that have headed into the losers already, but we've got 32 here.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of action still to go. But you know what? I want to give a quick shout out to somebody. It's an entire part of our community, the Game Wardens. Now, these are guys who are out there consistently promoting our community. They're consistently going out, getting people tournaments going, getting players to come out here. One of our community brand ambassadors, Andrew Moskowitz, has an entire group of players coming out of Cease and Desist, a bar in San Francisco. Guys, these are the Game Wardens.
Big Buck Hunter Game Wardens are Big Buck's official street team, brand ambassadors, and the voices of the Big Buck community. Their mission? Expand the player community through events and leagues. Get more games into more locations. Get more people playing in cash tournaments. And be the voices of the Big Buck brand. Play Mechanics launched the program with 9 dedicated and passionate players this year. These prominent players in the Big Buck community pioneered social events like Big Buck hunting leagues and hometown tournaments, while harnessing the power of social media to spread the word. They also showed off their hunting skills and endless knowledge of Big Buck Hunter at the Las Vegas Amusement Expo this year as celebrated special guests of Play Mechanics. Are you the next Big Buck Game Warden? As a Game Warden, you will be rewarded for recruiting new players and receive credit the more they play Big Buck HD. Place new games in new locations and earn cash. Organize Big Buck hunting leagues, create events to make money, and bring home exclusive prizes. Don't worry, you'll get help all along the way. Being a Game Warden won't impact your ability to compete in the Big Buck National Series or any other national live tournaments. So don't hold back. Follow your true calling. Become a Big Buck Game Warden. This year, we will be expanding the Game Warden community. If you have a passion for Big Buck Hunter, have the ability to engage people in the sport of tournament play, and enjoy the social aspects of the Big Buck community, we're saving your spot as an official Big Buck Game Warden. For more information, contact us at gamewarden@playmechanics.com.
Of course, those are our community brand ambassadors, the Game Wardens, an awesome part of our community. They really get a lot of stuff going. If you're interested in becoming a future Game Warden, of course, gamewarden@playmechanics.com. I believe that's actually one of our Game Wardens behind us making a ruckus. But we're going to be jumping on with Game 1. Lindsay Garver versus Shirley McMurtry. Now, Shirley Ann McMurtry is our new player. Lindsay, a veteran. Who do you think's taking this one?
I got to go with the vet.
You've got to go with the vet.
I got to go with Lindsay.
I would go with Lindsay, but I'm looking at the scoreboard right now, and Shirley Ann's not out of this one.
All right.
Not yet. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to the newcomer, Shirley Ann.
Ooh, wow, that's ambitious. Lindsay going out in reload round 2. That is huge. That is considered probably one of the biggest upsets of the tournament.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Shirley looking ready. Look, she's intent. Lindsay cannot be feeling good. She's looking a little stressed. I'm not entirely confident that it's still close. We've got 500 points.
I tell you, Shirley Ann, she looks confident right now. She's in the zone.
All right, they're going to be gearing up and
she's
going.
She's definitely going to give Lindsay a run for her money, I think. I don't think she's going to give up easy.
No, I mean 500 points going into the last site. 500 points is nothing. That's $2 or $3, if that.
That's a bonus round right there.
They're going to be going in. 1 to Lindsay. Oh, Lindsay gets the smooth shooting in the back, picking up the big points.
Lindsay knows it's now or never.
And she shows up.
You know, I've been wrong before, all right?
she just remembered this is her hometown. She just remembered.
You know what,
I was trying to show Shirley Ann some love.
I don't want to root against any of our players. I'm happy Lindsay is moving on, though. You know what? She's got my vote as winning it. I know we've all got a little bit of a different opinion here, so I'm excited for you guys to be buying me beers at the end of the night when I'm right, you're both wrong.
Did I ever put in an actual bet?
Oh,
or I think I was interviewing Jared at that time. I think I wasn't here for that. I think I missed that one.
Sounds like you're trying to weasel out of this one, Jess.
I'm trying to weasel out of it. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
I think the agreement was made. I think you were there for it.
I probably said it.
It might not have been verbal, we had little eye contact, but we definitely cleared the air. Winner gets drinks. 3,000 point difference here for Shirley.
Dangerous trophies in this round. I'm excited to see if anybody takes it.
And we haven't seen many dangerous trophies.
Have we seen any?
We've seen plenty of shooting, but I don't think anyone's picked it up yet.
And Lindsay just dode out.
Shirley
could be big.
Has to take her time.
A difference here. Slow and steady wins the race when your component goes out.
And no, why can't these players?
Destroyed by the dangerous trophy.
Why can't these players get this trophy? I don't know what it is, but Lindsay and Shirley all hugs. Shirley has to know who she's up against. Shirley knows.
You know, sometimes with in the position that Shirley's in, with that dangerous trophy, you might be better off taking that far shot. You want to max out points with that thing. You want to try to get it right off the get-go. So, you know,
getting it when it's that close may not be even that big of a deal.
Right.
But you know what? When you're scrapping for points,
but
you got to do what you got to do.
And it could have saved her life. Let's get real. She got attacked by that thing.
Yeah.
4,000.
That cat just destroyed.
4,000 point difference going into the bonus. It's not looking favorable for Shirley. The rest of these games are wrapping up in this bracket. Kelly Clark. And of course, this is not a game that we have on, but Kelly Clark absolutely dominating Jacqueline Stafford.
There's one.
That's another Too Drunk to Buck going home early. Round 2 of losers. That can't feel good, and Julia Wilmot also falls. That's 3 Too Drunk to Buck going home early. I think we've got 1 left in the tournament, so hopefully her whole crew rallies behind her. They need it here. This is when it matters. But Lindsay and Shirley wrapping up their round. Lindsay sealing the deal as most effectively and efficiently as she can. We're going to be heading into the bonus game in just a second here, guys. 3,000 points separating these two. I want to say Titans, but Shirley I don't think has earned that title yet. 4,000 points. Lindsay securing her spot in the next round. Reload round 3 is where she's going to find herself next. We're going to take a look and see which round she goes into. This is my favorite bonus game. I'm so excited to see this.
We have a lot of
Wild West bonus. That has Callum written all over it.
I love it. What were you going to say, Connor?
We have plenty of familiar faces here. A lot of, you may recognize some of these guys.
Yeah, and you know what? These guys are actually Play Mechanics staff. These are your employees. They're having fun. If you guys come down to the studio sometime, you'll meet all of these people in this game. Lindsay Garver wrapping it up, putting it to rest, 19-8. There's a couple more targets to hit. Of course, you do not get points, but penalized for shooting those targets, the innocent victims here, as where I think Shirley was picking up those shots.
Would appear so.
But that is going to be it. Lindsay Garver taking it home, going to reload round 3, which is more than she could ask for right now. I know she's feeling good. Matthew Garver, who I suspect is watching at home online, and the rest of the community are probably giving a couple cheers for Lindsay Garver right now. We had a lot of awesome matches in that round. We've got some awesome swag coming out tomorrow. Jared is my homeboy was a shirt we showed earlier on the stream. Are you repping? We've got some chests.
This is my favorite shirt. Buck reload, dough, game over. I mean, that's just the gist of the game.
And to be fair, you can find these shirts just where?
BigBuckHD.com/store. And people in the chat who are asking what's going on and how to play the game, this is how you play the game. That's pretty much it.
That's right. And we're going to give a quick shot of the store, guys. Stay tuned.
Do you love Big Buck Hunter? Of course you do! Outfit yourself, your family, and your hunting party with all new gear from the online Big Buck General Store. Browse the latest designs or create your own at BigBuckHD.com/store.
All right, and we're back, everybody, going into another awesome round of Big Buck HD action. We've got more Reload round 2 coming up. We are going to be taking a look. Who do you guys want to see here? I've got my eyes on Courtney McLaughlin. Let's be honest.
We never threw it back to her last time she was playing, so maybe we should.
Let's definitely go to Courtney then. So we're going to jump on game 4. Courtney McLaughlin going up against Sarah Brooks. They are shooting in, getting ready to start. Of course, now let's explain the shootout process for everyone at home. So the higher seed gets to pick the gun. Lower seed gets to pick the first sight. How does that sight advantage work? What really do you want to think about when you're picking your sight order?
Well, Callum, if you're playing against me,
nothing matters because I can't win.
I don't know. Hey, if you're good at whitetail, that's where I will do out at whitetail. So I think everyone has a different mindset. Play your strong suit early on because if you get an early lead, that may just be enough for you to hold on to that domination, because that's what we've seen a lot of go down tonight. We've seen a lot of people get an early lead and just hang on, one or two bucks at a time.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
So your strategy is pick your best.
I think I would start strong and just try to hang on for dear life.
Hopefully finish it out well as well.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think I'd rather go weak. I think I'd start weak and finish strong, because at the end of the day, when you need those points, at least you're comfortable. But you know what? Going against the players that are here, I don't think I'd be comfortable at all.
I think it's all about staying comfortable, knowing you have that bonus round that can make all the difference, but just not destroying yourself before then.
That's actually, honestly, probably you guys. I think you guys both have me beaten out here.
Probably.
I'm gonna be outvoted. No. Next time I play, I'll pick it up a little smarter. But Courtney McLaughlin, not playing smart. She goes out instantly. She was down 300 points, and she just gave Sarah Brooks a huge opportunity to rack up a lot of points and make it a little bit harder for her to move on to the next round.
It's a clean sweep. It's 3,000 points.
That's 3,000 points going to Sarah Brooks. As Courtney, you saw that. She's got her hands are shaking.
They are.
She's literally moving her hands from the gun
She knows how important this is right now. And we can even give a little shout out to her team t-shirt that she made. I mean, her whole crew came out. The team Australia.
And Courtney's picking up that first one, not letting those nerves get to her. Picks up the first two and the critter. Sarah securing the third.
Courtney still could have it. Let's see how this is under pressure right now.
That's a big pickup.
Was that 5-1? Was that 5-1?
And just like that, she's back in it.
That round.
Wow. Courtney fighting for dear life, down by just under 1,000 points. I think she's down by 800 with one more sight and the bonus to go. 2 sights and a bonus. This is definitely still easily attainable for Courtney to win it.
This is really anyone's game.
And this is Whitetail. This is the tough one. Courtney secures the first. Sarah with the second. They're shooting. Deep one for Sarah. Courtney, though, secures that one as it's going up. Courtney with the next 2. There's critters flying. They pass it up, going for that next opportunity. It's a deep shot.
Dangerous trophy.
And we see it!
Finally
taken down, and it is by Sarah Brooks. Wow.
And Callum, can you confirm that is a cougar, correct? Not a mountain lion? We have that in the chat. They're wondering. I'm pretty sure it's a cougar.
And we've got 400 points.
Oh, that was a lion.
400 points between these two. Courtney with the first and the second. Sarah taking the third and fourth. It's 2-2. But Courtney racks it in 4-2. What is going on? We're going into the bonus game. This is a nail biter. Courtney was down. She took her hands off of her gun and was physically shaking from the nerves. But that doesn't matter. She's
does not seem to be affecting her. And going into this bonus game, she has to be feeling very confident. She has to pick her clean shots, make sure not to get any deductions for hitting the civilians. And looks like she's doing just that.
It's still early. This is anyone's game. It's 2.5 multiplayer bonus games. This could swing either way, but it looks like Courtney is doing her job, securing that spot, and it looks like she might be moving on to preload round 3. Sarah sneaking back bit by bit. But it doesn't even matter. Courtney cleans up, which means Courtney's going to be moving. She's happy. The Australians in the crowd are happy. I can see Mark Santander and Renee, 2 of her fiercest competitors. I would probably consider them to be some of the biggest rivals in the AU community. And they're all here. They're supporting each other. They're happy. But I think we know how the crowd is going to support. It's going to be a little split. If Renee and Courtney end up matching up in this bracket, AU versus AU, Australia and Australia, these guys have flown out days in advance to adjust for this jet lag. It's going to be
Let's talk about Brent Garrity, who spent an entire 30 days in the States just to lead up to this event.
I want to be Brenton Garrity.
Yes.
This man came over from the U.S. Nobody knew he was qualifying. So how it works, guys, we send one player from Canada. I was about to say Canada. One player from Canada, 59 from America, and 4 from Australia this year. Brenton Garrity is from Australia. Didn't even want to qualify over there. So what he did was flew from Australia to the United States, landed in New York, last night of qualifying, showed up at a bar, the Pine Box Rock Shop, where we've got, of course, our 2 Drunk to Buck team, and a lot of these guys, showed up, and on the last day, qualified for the World Championship.
Yep.
And then spent the next month just traveling.
Like a true competitor, he only spent 1 day qualifying.
It's incredible.
That's pretty insane.
That's insane.
That's a lot of Big Buck HD.
That's risky is what it is.
It is.
But Brenton can do it. He's been at every World Championship, I believe, but 1 or 2.
Oh, yeah.
But again, as we said, him and his girlfriend, Ebony, who's in the crowd with us tonight, literally just traveling all over the United States. He came to the studio. I know after this, he's actually traveling with a couple of our players over to Dallas to go to the Bucks game.
Yep. Oh, he's maximizing his time in the U.S., that's for sure.
I want to be Brenton so bad. He's got an awesome wife. You know what, guys? While we're doing these shout-outs to players, I want to give a couple shout-outs to our sponsors. We've got an awesome team of sponsors and partners that are working with us here today. Crystal Creek Moonshine, Jägermeister has done an incredible job. We've got Jaeger gear, we've got Jaeger swag. Of course, we're repping it hard.
Yeah,
you know what it is.
I wasn't on the memo for everybody wearing the Jaeger gear.
I actually have one for you.
Oh, well, there we
we'll
go.
make sure you get some.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
I'll
it.
have to change by the next time.
Jägermeister doing an awesome job representing Big Buck HD. It's honestly...
And we have so many Buck Wild snacks, it's ridiculous. We're going to get some on the desk, actually. I'm going to have to make it a mission to go.
You know what?
bring
I'm
some.
actually getting hungry, so I will not complain about getting some Buck Wild chips. And you know what? While we're talking about Buck Wild, let's roll that next promo. Buck Wild Snacks, one of the Big Buck World Championship sponsors. It's an incredible snack. You'll find them, I believe, mostly in Starbucks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they look like they belong right on top of a Big Buck HD machine.
They honestly do.
They got a buck right on the front.
We actually had one of our players send us a couple pictures going, Buck Wild, what are these? Is this you guys? And as soon as we saw it, we knew we had to get involved with Buck Wild. So Buck Wild Snacks, thank you for being a part of the Big Buck World Championship this year. And that's just one of the many incredible sponsors that we've got here with us. Not only that, but we've got Sure Shot, Game Mill. They're all here. They're all repping Big Buck. We've got an awesome setup behind us. We've got a player pod that side of me. We've got some sponsors down on the end. Of course, our VIP section here, which Jägermeister is repping hard in. They're going to be handing out some shots to our players, doing the whole 9 yards.
They just walked past with a tray
With a
full
whole
of shots.
tray.
Yeah.
And on stage right now, we are actually doing something called the Wheel of Tomfoolery. I can hear the promo music going on from our show. This is something you guys can actually see every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard. What this is the Wheel of Tomfoolery. On this wheel are horrible, horrible handicaps. We've tamed it down a little bit because I don't actually think we can do a lot of this stuff because of liability issues.
Sure.
But on this setup right here, of course, you can see hot sauce. That's not any hot sauce. That's scorpion pepper hot sauce. It hurts. It's horrible. Spin again. Is that no thumbs? And it's hard to play with no thumbs. Vegemite. It's an Australian yeast spread. It's disgusting.
It sounds pretty gross, yeah.
And what we'll do is we'll take a heaping scoop of it, and you just have to fork it in and eat it. So Mike's going to be rolling this wheel with these guys. We're going to take a look at this, see what handicaps they get, and then we're going to be rolling something with Trevor Gartner, one of our World Championship, not only title winners, but competitors again here this year.
Yeah.
And just as soon as Dave moves his shoulder, in just a second, they're going to be spinning, and let's see what handicaps they roll on. All right, so how this works, guys, the music starts, the spin starts going. Whatever it is, that's your handicap. Shooting from the hip, relatively easy.
Manageable, it's very manageable.
Very, but now Mason has to spin. Whatever his handicap is, completely different. He's got to take it before the round. So if it's sour candy, a shot of hot sauce, disgusting surprise alcohol, whatever it may be. Baby mode. Now baby mode is, I think, one of Mike's favorites. You actually have to play from your knees. So you're at a very significant height disadvantage, which surprisingly makes a lot of difference. So we're going to see Mike taking the wheel out of here. And now these two, what they've got to do is play under those handicaps. It's a shootout, same style as the rest of the tournament. Winner takes ultimate bragging rights, and I would imagine a little bit of free alcohol over here this weekend.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, well, we can all hope for it a little bit. But guys, before we get into this, we've got a Trevor Gartner spot we want to roll for you. This is our world champion, defending champ, won it last year, Trevor Gartner.
I'm Trevor Gartner, waiting for Brian Stutesbury to come back. I'm from New Richmond, Wisconsin. I won the World Championships back in 2013 and won the 2015 Big Buck Hunter World Championship.
We live in a town of 9,000, and we have 3 of the top 10 players.
I cut my teeth on the game cabinet open season. In 2012, I'd gone over to Minnesota State. Very competitive. I mean, as you know, most of the champions have come from Minnesota, Wisconsin. Didn't know anybody and ended up taking second, and then everything just went from there and fell into place. Met the community and just got ultra competitive at it.
We travel anywhere and we'll go play a buck hunter there with the local players, and people are like, I seen your face in the game, or I seen you play buck hunter, or seen you in this article, that article. Last year, everyone probably knows I made a home bar with my winnings, so bring a lot of people over and play a little retro buck hunter. My favorite trek would be Kudu Trek 3, just based on the points that are available in it. It's one of the biggest treks, and people think of kudu as one of the smallest animals, but there's a lot of distance involved in that trek and just a lot of deep shots that take a lot of skill. I can't even hit a lot of them most of the time, but it's fun when you really get the sights and then you can crank them up. My strategy for winning is you gotta find that right area to let those nerves not get to you. You wanna be the fastest player out there, but not dough out. It's speed versus accuracy, and speed prevails.
In 2016, I really hoped to win the championship again. I'm gonna give it a hell of a try. I don't know how Big Buck Hunter is gonna one-up Hard Rock Cafe, but I know they will.
And that's Trevor Gartner, the world champion from last year. I believe he's won 2, and on stage we've got Baby Mode versus Hipfire. We're gonna jump on board with that game and see what's going on. They are on game 3 right now. The left player, which is Mason in Baby Mode, is killing it. Unfortunately, he does dough out just a little bit early.
He does actually look like a baby out there.
It's weird. It's surprisingly tough to play that way.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly surprisingly tough. But you know what? While we've got this non-serious game mode going, we were giving some shout-outs to our sponsors earlier. I could not say how much this event relies on our wonderful partners, Betson. So everyone at Betson, all of the employees, thank you so much, and one of our incredible distributors. Betson, you guys are incredible. You do wonderful work, and we appreciate everything you do. Along with that, Strong Events, one of our decor companies this weekend, hooked us up with some incredible taxidermy. This place looks like a buck hunter's paradise, and we love it. It's awesome. Crystal Creek Moonshine has some color-changing moonshine at the bar that our players are lapping up like dogs. They love it. Of course, sorry, go ahead.
We'll have to try some after the...
Trust me, we're going to try plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Jägermeister, which literally means master hunter. I had no idea, but it could not be a more perfect fit. Jägermeister is out here. They're loving it. We're loving it. It's wonderful. And right after this bonus game, guys, we're going to be sending it back over to Jess Petro with another interview. Baby Mode looking like it's the favorite advantage here is Mason Powell. One of our competitors for tomorrow's tournament is absolutely cleaning up house.
Gotta wonder if we should play tomorrow in Baby Mode.
It's just the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Just rock it in Baby Mode. They're high-fiving, they're having fun. Guys, we're gonna send it over to Jess Petro right now for an interview.
Not a lot. It's me, Jess. I'm live again with first-timer Danielle Hernandez. Danielle, this is your first time at the Big Buck World Championship. What are the first words that are going to come to your mind about this whole thing?
It has been very nerve-wracking, that's for sure. It's been awesome, though. Everyone's been awesome.
How do you think you did?
First round wasn't that great. Second round, obviously, a little better.
What do you think was the difference between that second round and that first round? Was it all mental, or what do you think? That extra practice from last night?
Yeah, getting the nerves out from the first round, that's for sure. Second round went a little more smooth. Had one more beer in me, so.
See, some people, the beer works, some it doesn't, so it looks like that might be your lucky charm tonight.
Yep, for sure.
Tell me about your shirt.
Repping St. Louis, I'm with Team 314, so.
That means you must have been trained by the one and only
Skippy Tower.
2014 world champion. What are some of the top 3? not top 3, just what's something that he taught you that you really take with you when you're up on that stage?
Just don't let the nerves get the best of you. Lead, go in front of them.
Okay.
Don't take risky shots. No risky shots at all.
Do you think you could beat Skippy?
I mean, I might be able to take him.
Skippy's standing to our right, which you don't know. Anything you want to say to your friends and family who are watching?
Thank you so much for supporting us. This has been awesome. Good fucking trip.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Take it back to Connor and Callum. Adios.
All right. And we are back from that awesome interview. Guys, we're going to be jumping on board with Game 4 as soon as the action starts. Lindsay Garver versus Emily Dice. Now, this is a 3rd seed player going up against 11th seed. Now, keep in mind, this is the reload bracket. This is quarterfinals, though. We're getting near to the end of the road. This is when it all matters.
And it's really flying by right now. It's been a lot of good buck hunter, and going from here on out, we cannot afford to make any mistakes.
You really can't. Everything matters. It's one trek right now. And of course, guys, how this works. You know what, actually, Connor, you have the most experience playing. Break down a site, a trek, an adventure, and let's talk about what happens in this tournament.
All right, so with basically a site would be just your standard, basically 6 bucks that you would see with the amount of critters, and if there is a dangerous or a big game trophy, that's one site. We have 5 sites in a bonus game. Now, all 5 sites and that bonus game are considered one trek, and 3 treks is considered to be one adventure.
Okay, so during this tournament, for everyone at home, most of the rounds of this tournament are one trek. It is quick, it's fast, and it's important. Every site, which is your individual 6 bucks, as Connor just explained, every site matters. It is hugely important to not screw up, and it's very, very non-forgiving.
And if you're playing a standard trek, it gets each, or a standard adventure, each trek is going to get harder and harder. So each site eventually becomes harder. This is very different because you have a different assortment of animals, and it's not just one whole trek of moose, one whole trek of whitetail. It's kind of a smorgasbord of just about everything.
A smorgasbord is exactly right, and that championship round and later into the tournament gets more and more important. And you know what? I just want to take a second and comment on the chat. We're seeing a lot of people talking about Jared Erlinson not getting kicked out, Jared Erlinson being fire, awesome character, and you know what? Jared Erlinson is right. And as we were just talking, I saw Jared Erlinson get approached by a security guard in front of the stage, and as soon as I thought in my mind, I'm going, no, Jared, don't get kicked out, Jared, don't get kicked out. And then the security guard walked away laughing, happy as can be. And that's exactly the personality that Jared has. It's infectious, it's incredibly entertaining, and he's fun to be around. Now we are going to be taking a look into this next game. Emily Dice, Lindsay Garver are getting on stage, getting ready to play. I'm not entirely sure we're squared up and ready to go yet. There's Emily just taking the stage. We're still looking for Lindsay Garver, who surely will not be far, as she's looking to make sure she goes through from the next round of quarterfinals.
Danielle's up as well. I just interviewed her, which is pretty cool. She's a newcomer.
Okay.
She's coming from Team 314. She was actually trained by Skippy Tower, 2014 World Champion, and she's killing it. So I'm excited to see her actually.
And we will get on board with her as soon as we can. But before that, we've got to stick with this Emily-Lindsay match. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
3rd seed, 11th seed. This is going to be incredibly intense. They're getting ready. They're shooting in. They're loading up, squaring up, just waiting for our on-stage game wardens to prepare their station. Now, drinks on this one. Just so we're all clear, who do you guys have winning this one?
So we're doing this one for drinks.
We're doing this one for drinks. You heard it here.
What drinks? It depends on
But it's gonna have to be Jaeger or Crystal Creek, right?
All right, okay, well, let's do it for a shot of Crystal Creek Moonshine.
Sounds good. What do we got? Lindsay or Emily?
You're up first, Connor.
Well, don't you have Lindsay?
I've got Lindsay winning the whole thing.
You know what?
I'm spoken for. Lindsay's taking it.
Okay.
For the sake of the competition, I'm gonna go ahead and take Emily Dice on this one.
Okay, because he knew I was gonna take Lindsay. He knew he couldn't say Lindsay. And I'm going Lindsay again. Home court advantage. She always makes it to at least the top 4. I just think she's going to take it home this year.
So this could be an expensive night for you if you're buying us all drinks the whole night, Connor.
After the sight Emily just had, I think I'm looking okay right now.
You're feeling confident. Lindsay, don't let me down here.
Don't call it too early. You can't call it too early.
This is quarterfinals. This is what we were talking about. Everything matters. It is huge here. And Emily is one of our relatively newer players. She's up against Lindsay Garver, one of our veterans, third place at last year's World Championship. Emily, 22nd
last year,
2015.
Yeah.
That's a step down. That's only 10 places in. Of course, there's only 32 female competitors, so 22nd is not impressive. But
I hate to see that dough out.
Emily does out with the big game. Lindsay's racking up points. That's going to be 5-1 plus a big game. 4,400 from Lindsay.
That's an expensive dough out.
That is a very, very non-forgiving dough out.
But it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Emily does not feel good. You can see the anxiety coming in on her face. We're going to keep watching. I've got my fingers crossed on Lindsay, but I won't be upset if Emily wins. I wouldn't be upset whoever wins. We're all going to be out tonight. It's going to be great. If you're in Austin, make sure you're coming down. We are at the Belmont on 6th Street, 305 West 6th Street.
Yep.
The Belmont's been incredible. It's an awesome venue.
It really is.
The first ever outside Big Buck HD tournament.
First ever.
Officially sanctioned, of course.
First time in Texas, first time all outside. And the weather is beautiful.
Hey, let's fingers crossed and knock on wood.
Fingers don't need to cross. It is not raining tonight.
I hope so. Guys, we're going to be jumping into this next site. Lindsay Garver, Emily Dice. It's a nail biter. Lindsay picking up the first, second. They leave the critters to secure those bucks. And then there's a dough out from Lindsay.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
But she can recover here with the dangerous. One more shot.
What just happened?
Backboard, she did get it.
I was going to say.
That's one of those split-second times where you really have no idea if you hit it or not.
2,000 points. That's got to feel a little bit better for Emily.
But still close.
2,000 differential. They've got another sight and a bonus game. All Emily needs right now is to blow Lindsay out of the water. If she can secure a huge win here, she's going to feel pretty good going into that bonus. And now we've got two huge points coming into the back. Emily and Lindsay split it 1-1, and there's a dough out from Emily. That is not what she wanted to do.
No, sir.
4,000 points. I think that's just about sent her ticket home for Emily Dice.
You know, I don't know if she can salvage this one.
Cockroach bonus, my personal fave.
Is it?
It is. You know why? Because it's so unexpected.
Okay, that's
so unexpected, and one of our newer ones.
Okay. Well, you know, I gotta ask, what's your favorite bonus, Connor?
Oh, the clockwork bonus.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Tough one. I think mine's probably Pigeon.
No, you already said Wild Wild West was your fave.
One of you know
okay,
what? Honestly, they're all my favorite.
Tough to pick one.
It seems like everything Big Buck does is just addicting and fun.
This is so close.
18 to
this
17.
Bonus round.
But it doesn't really matter for Emily, unfortunately.
She is done.
She's going to be heading out in the quarterfinals. That's not a bad place to end. It's, I believe, an improvement from her 22nd place. As we were saying, we've all got our favorite bonus games. We've all got our favorite everything from Big Buck Hunter. Everything they seem to do is great. We're going to be rolling a trailer for all things Big Buck here in just a moment. We're going to be bringing that up as we head into our next round of incredibly intense action. Let's roll that Big Buck Hunter trailer.
Get ready for the ultimate arcade hunting experience at home. With 2 big game adventures, 6 treks, over 30 total levels, and 6 bonus games. 2-player head-to-head competitions. Bring all the exciting arcade hunting action home in Big Buck Hunter Arcade.
And that is Everything Big Buck HD. Now, while we're on the topic of Everything Big Buck HD, what's your favorite Big Buck cabinet? Of course, it goes back over a nice little lineage. We've got Safari, Pro, World, right? Which one's your favorite?
I think Safari was the first one I really got into, so I have to go with Safari. I have to go with
go with the classic.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what do you got, Jess?
I gotta go with the OG Sportsman Paradise. Whenever I come across one of those, it's like looking at a piece of history, and I just absolutely love it. So I'm gonna go with the OG, the first ever big buck.
And that's actually one of my favorite things about 6th Street. They have so many buck hunters, and there's so many variety. We've got big buck HDs, we've got safaris, we've
Callum,
got
I think they would actually call that a plethora.
A plethora.
A plethora of big buck HD, big buck hunters on 6th Street.
And of course, at the Belmont, we have big buck HDs galore. And we have
12 to be exact.
12 to be exact. And we've got incredible matches. We're going to be jumping into one of my probably most anticipated matches, Melissa Romanek versus Melinda Van Hoomissen on Game 3. Now, these two players are incredibly fierce competition. Melinda, of course, Sarah Erlandsen's incredible rival.
The lady legend herself.
But Melissa Romanek is consistent. She's a veteran. She's here every year. She knows how to play. She knows how to win, most importantly. And speaking of winning, she's up 4-1 on this site right now.
There's one. You got it.
A little bit of redemption with a deep shot, though. She recovered. 300 points is nothing to complain about. This is very, very winnable for Melinda Van Hoomissen. Melissa, though, looking to continue and just make sure she continues that streak and takes it in all the way. Going into site number 2. You know what? We've got Sarah and Jill. We've got a lot of awesome matches on stage right now. We're going to stay with Melinda and Melissa, but we'll keep you updated with these other sites as we go. Melinda with the 4. That was a very clean last shot, though, that put Melissa. It doesn't matter that. No, now, that's something we got to make a point of. Melinda got 4. Melissa got 2. But Melissa won the round. Why?
Well, a lot of those early bucks, like the ones that are stationary at the very beginning, those those are gimmies. Those are ones that
aren't worth as many points.
Exactly. And so later on, those big far bucks, those are the ones you really want to hit. You want to hit them clean, and that can make a huge difference when you hit 4 and 2. So we've seen it happen twice so far in this trek between these two competitors.
Now this one's a split tie, but Melissa picks up the big game trophy,
Melissa's
which
surprising me here against Melinda for sure.
gives her a 300-point advantage. Now here's the thing, though. Melissa is an incredibly talented player. She's definitely not to be overlooked. This is the winners quarterfinals, guys. This is huge. Winners going obviously to the semis, losers going to reload. It's not the end of the road for them, but Melinda does not want to fight from the loser's bracket.
And right now it looks like Sarah Erlandsen has a pretty commanding lead, about 3,000. A quick update on the other side of the tournament.
And that's a fair split again. These are nail-bitingly close matches. Melissa must feel good.
Face.
That's
Melissa's
right.
staying calm, though. She's not counting her chickens before they hatch.
Well, she knows exactly who she's up against. Melinda Van Hoomissen is not someone to be taken lightly in the big buck world. Of course, nicknamed Thumper. Everyone knows, everyone loves her. Mom and pop of Big Buck HD. I've got to give a big shout out to Scott Van Hoomissen while Melinda's on the stage. These two together are the dream big buck couple. They're awesome together. They're
I think I would
great.
call them a big buck power couple.
A power couple, that's what I'll go with. And there's a handful of those throughout the tournament. We've got a couple couples fighting and here
and
to
Melinda
win.
just got the bear. She's redeeming herself here. Let's see.
That's a big, dangerous trophy
This is
pickup.
a big deal.
Wow.
And just like that,
Just like
taking
that.
the lead again.
Now, here's where it matters. The bonus game. 2.5x multiplayer.
I do have to say, Melinda crushes bonus games,
Now,
so we'll have to see.
Now, here's the thing. I've got to bring this up. In the World Championship, we include the new animals. The Gemsbuck are in this tournament, which also means the bonus games are in. None of these players have ever played this bonus game. They don't know where it's coming from. They don't know where they're going. Every shot here is the first shot they're taking on this bonus game, which means Melissa and Melinda are on a very equal playing field, and that is putting Melissa at a huge advantage right now.
We're gonna end
Still
up,
very close.
yeah.
30-something to 23. This is going to come down to the wire. Melinda and Sarah are both praying to the big buck gods. Not sure. We're going to see one of them celebrating in just a second. Melissa!
Wow, Melissa knocked Melinda out.
400
what
points.
What an upset on that.
Wow. Did
Wow,
we
that
bet
was
on that?
close.
We bet
No,
on,
we didn't bet.
No.
We bet on Lindsay. see.
But
we
I
would
have-
have all said Melinda, I'm sure.
Maybe. I mean,
I don't know.
Can we vote in retrospect?
I mean, I have Melinda winning the whole thing, so I was gonna stick with her.
So he's buying us shots regardless.
I'm just on this losing bet. I just keep
Connor's
losing.
basically going broke after this.
Do you want to just give me your credit card and we'll just put it in your name?
We'll
and
put
be
it
good?
on. We'll just open the bar tab with it.
Now, guys, that is all she wrote for that one.
Wow, that's huge.
I am.
You know what? Maybe it was the pressure of bringing an entire clan that was about the size of a small school bus.
But Melinda strives under pressure.
That's true,
That
but
honestly,
I don't know.
that comes down to the bonus game. I think honestly,
That was so close.
If that was a bonus game that I think Melinda
when
was
she knew.
prepared and ready in, I
Yep.
think she definitely could have taken
Could
it.
have.
It makes all the difference. It really does.
I think the fact that neither of them have ever played it
Right.
was the reason Melissa won. She had the equal playing field, and she was playing better than Melinda that whole
She
that
was.
whole trek up until the end. Melinda won on one site, and that's what threw her back into it. Melissa just needed that bonus game, and that's exactly what it came down to. So we're going to see Melinda heading over to the losers as Melissa moves on to the quarterfinals.
Melinda still has a shot at the big money, but we'll have to see how she does out of the losers bracket.
And we are heading into the reload quarterfinals. Melinda finds herself in this round, but that is not who we're going to be checking in. And I'm feeling game 4, Allie Gillis versus Audra Zettner. Now, Allie came in earlier and just steamrolled her competition. Unfortunately, going down a little bit later on, but nonetheless, a fierce competitor. Now, she's up against Audrey Zettner, who we've also seen steamroll competition today.
They've both been looking good.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. This is the part of the tournament I love. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Everybody here is incredibly talented, but the quarterfinals and semifinals are where we find the cream of the crop. These guys are the big money competitors. We've got $5,000 on the line. Would you like to reevaluate your prediction? Or
No.
are you still going strong with Melinda?
No, she'll come out of this one.
Okay. Well, we both have a bet going on in this round. We've got Lindsay Garver playing on Station 3, and we've got Melinda Van Hoomissen on Station 2. We're both possibly going to be disappointed or both very happy. Either way, we're going to find out. We'll keep you guys updated on that one. Game 4, Allie Gillis, Audra Zettner is getting ready and starting up right now. They are picking their sights, and the first one they get has a dangerous trophy, I believe. 1-1. Doe out for Audra. That is not what she wants to see.
Wow, there's a lot going on here, and these Irish challenges, these are worth a lot. These are worth a lot.
And Allie gets all 6 and the dangerous, I believe.
Yes, the big game was that woolly mammoth that just walked straight through the back.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts so bad to see if you are Audra. But there are still 4 sites and a bonus. Don't count your chickens. Don't count your eggs before they hatch. Something like that.
Or your chickens.
Or
I
your
don't know.
chickens. I guess one of them. One of the other, or both.
Just don't count.
Just don't count them. Guys, we're going to watch this one. We've got 2 for Audra. She's looking to redeem herself here.
There's 1.
Misses the third. 2 go to Allie. They're both shooting for the deep box, and it goes 3-3, but I think Allie picks up those big ones. Sorry. Unfortunately for Audra, Allie's extending her lead just bit by bit.
Again, this is another situation where Allie needs to play smart. She needs to take the clean shot, make sure she doesn't doe out, and give Audra the opportunity to come back into this game, because as of right now, anything could still happen.
And the deep shots, Allie Gillis picking up some major points. 3 there. Could it be 4? Could it be 5? It does not. It looks as though it's going to be 4-2. 1,000 point differential on that side alone. Now this is the reload quarterfinal. So what this means is the loser of this is done. They're going home.
Well, Audra's going to have to need to think of something real quick, because as of right now, things are not looking in her favor.
Now, if you're Audra, what's going through your head? Where is your head mentally to prepare yourself to move on?
I'm going to pray that Allie does out. And that's about all I'm going to do.
All right, so if you're in this kind of position, you really just have to pray to the big buck gods.
Hey, but she's turning it around.
That's a lot of deep shots, dude. That's a nearly 1,500 point differential. Not confident she can bring it back, but every every point counts at this stage of the game. You can't go out early. We've got one more sight and one more bonus.
She just wins she needs to win one side at a time. If she wants to stay in this, and it is still very possible, but
reload. 2 going to Allie. 3 to Allie. You got 1. 4 to Allie. 4 to 2, and this is pretty consistent. They're splitting it seemingly every time.
Right.
I don't really think there's been too many blowouts going from these matches, but the score would tell a completely different story. 19 bulls to 11.
Pirate ship bonus.
We have our pirate ship bonus.
Now, this is something else to keep in mind, a brand new bonus game. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference for these guys, but everyone at home watching right now, this is the first time any of these players are playing this bonus game. This is the first time you guys are seeing this bonus game. It has never been released before. They have no idea where these things are coming from or where they're going. This is an awesome, awesome bonus game. I love to see what these guys do and come up with every year when they come out with their new animal. And of course, Gemsbot coming out April 1st this year. And Audra is putting in the work to keep that lead to herself, but again, I don't think it's going to make a difference. She's down by about 5,000 points. She really needs a blowout here.
Back to the
Gemsbach.
Gemsbach. There was a little bit of an argument earlier today.
We've got half of us say Gemsbach, half of us say Gems. It feels natural to say.
We'd love to hear from you guys if what the overall consensus is, whether it's Gemsbach or Gemsbach.
And yes, everyone, we know the technical term of it, but what are we really going with? Gemsbach, Gemsbach, you tell us. That's how we'll refer to it for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys decide in the chat. But that is going to be Audra Zettner walking out of the Reload quarterfinals with a loss. Allie Gillis taking home that win. Now, as we were mentioning, we have one more match going on right now. Lindsay Garver versus Alyssa Friedman. It is in the bonus game. On game 3, we're going to be sending it to game 3's camera. It is not just over yet. Alyssa Friedman is up 8-3. They are both shooting as quick as possible. This is a close one. There's about 3,000, 4,000 points difference between these two. Again, this needs to be a blowout. It looks like Lindsay Garver is going to be punching her tickets to the Reload semifinal. Sorry. And that is going to be all she wrote for Alyssa Friedman. Lindsay looks like she's going to the semifinals, and this was a nail biter early on, but she is happy, she's feeling good, and she's ready to move on.
Well, we just had a great Reload quarterfinals, and now we have an interview with Jess, so let's send it over to her.
Got it. Just when you guys missed me, Jess is back. And as we know, a huge part of this event is our Twitch stream. So of course I'm here with Nelstar15 and Follow Ferris. Awesome Twitch streamers. Tell me a little bit about your stream, Nelstar.
So actually, I'm what people like to call the host of the most from the state of Texas. I am a full-time caster. With a purple beard.
The beard is confirmed purple.
Confirmed. I focus on variety streaming as well as cooking streaming, and I focus on wild game when I cook.
Whoa, cooking streaming. I've never heard about that. What about you, Follow Ferris?
I have a cute little 2-year-old, so sometimes we've done like Play-Doh streams, but apparently that's against terms of service, so don't report me yet. I'm just saying. But it's my kid. It's not like it's someone else's kid off the street. But I also do the mobile games, starting to do some more variety stuff. I'm going to start like shooting stuff, man, because America. You should do it.
Let me just say right now, that is the first ever Big Buck Hunter ported to home console. Huge deal. What do you guys think about the event so far, real quick?
So far, I'm having a blast. This is absolutely amazing and one of the better events I've ever been to.
Nice.
I love it. Anything that actually encourages females in esports is amazing. So that's what I was most excited about because equality is awesome.
Awesome, guys. You heard it here first. We're going to robot out before we get back to Callum and Connor.
And Allie Gillis, they are gearing up. We've got some duck hunt going on game 3. We're going to be holding off for just a minute, guys. You know what? We just showed a little bit of some awesome games that we've got coming out. Absolutely. Why don't we take a look at our arcade trailer? I'm really stoked about this. I love this trailer. I love the Big Buck world. Let's roll that trailer right now, and we're going to get Jess back on the desk, and we're going to talk about everything that just went down.
Get ready for the ultimate arcade hunting experience at home. With 2 big game adventures, 6 treks, over 30 total levels, and 6 bonus games. 2-player head-to-head competitions. Bring all the exciting arcade hunting action home in Big Buck Hunter Arcade. Available on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Coming this fall.
And we're back on the desk. Jess, how was the interview? How you feeling?
Fun. I'm getting better at these interviews, I think, from my first one. If there's any questions you guys want me to ask the players, throw them in the chat. I'll make sure I include those in the interviews, but great time. We just interviewed some Twitch streamers, so it'll be fun.
That's right, and we actually have a lot of Twitch in the house. We've got DJ Wheat and the rest of the crew filming some top secret projects. We love it. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. But we are going to be taking a look soon at Jill Sands and Allie Gillis. This is Reload semifinals. Who do you have taking this one? I'm going with Allie Gillis.
I have to stick with Allie Gillis. I think she's looked great tonight, and I can't argue with it.
Now, you know what? She's, I think, the last player from Too Drunk to Buck. And this is something we commented on. We said, once they all got knocked out, one of them needs to continue, and they need to play it hard. And that is exactly what she has done. She has to have the rest of her crew behind her. What are you thinking going into this round? You don't know your competitor. These two have never played against each other. What are you going through in your head to prepare and get ready for it?
I think it's just a must-win. I think you just have to think about, you have a lot of support behind you, and semifinals, you really can't afford to make any mistakes. And there's a lot of pressure going on right now.
And that's one step closer to hoisting the $5,000 check and the Jugs of Destiny. Let's be honest, guys.
I think more importantly than the $5,000 check, the Jugs of Destiny.
Let's be honest. Tell me that's not the best trophy.
Famous Jugs of Destiny.
Tell me about that trophy.
Phenomenal.
And of course, Sarah Erlinson has made it her own thing.
The Jugs of Destiny are made out of none other than Pappy's, famous moonshine jugs, and you can't get any better than that.
And it's a lot of fun. Guys, we're going to be back in just a moment. We've got MotoGP, another Big Buck Company Play Mechanics, another Play Mechanics Raw Thrills hit game. MotoGP, just released last year. It's hugely popular. It's our own motorcycle game. Guys, this is MotoGP. And we're back. MotoGP coming in hot. And coming in even hotter, we have Jill Sands and Allie Gillis. Now, this is definitely something we want to talk about. Jill Sands, what do we know about her?
Well, she's one of the many members that we're seeing this weekend from Cease and Desist. I know we've seen maybe a few tonight. We're going to see plenty more tomorrow. And she's a new player. So for her to make it this far is absolutely incredible.
Huge.
And again, that's something we talked about. Those game wardens, the community ambassadors. We've got our player out of Cease and Desist in San Francisco with a whole bunch
Sarah
of
doing
players.
her thing. Give us a little robot, Sarah. Give us a little robot.
And this, of course, is Sarah Erlandson, 3 out of 4 time ladies champ. She's here. She's ready to party. She's feeling
This is
good.
how she prepares for her rounds.
She's still in the tournament. She's looking to take it all.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. She's got to be feeling good.
And, after that opening ceremony of hers today, holding the Jugs of Destiny, there's a lot of hype going into this.
Oh, absolutely. And not only that, but there is a lot of pressure. Sarah Erlandson is going up with a target on her back, not only from Melinda, not only from Lindsay, not only from these players like Jill Sands and Allie Gillis, but virtually every player in the tournament. It's huge that she comes out and performs this weekend, and it's got to be a lot of added pressure for her. But as we were saying, Jill Sands, Cease and Desist. We've got a lot of players from there this weekend.
Yeah.
She's brand new to the tournament, and she's going up against Allie Gillis. What are you thinking?
Well, I still think Allie Gillis looks good, but I am impressed with Jill Sands. I'm not gonna rule her out just yet.
And you know what? Another match just popped up on our boards. This might be one of the best matches of this entire tournament. Melinda Van Hoomissen against Lindsay Garver. 2nd place last year, 3rd place this year. We are absolutely going to want to tune into this one. Melinda and Lindsay going up soon. This is very likely to decide who is going to play Sarah Erlandson later on in the finals.
I'd have to agree with you on that one. And these are our 2 girls. These are our 2. One of us is going to leave unhappy with the result of this game.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
We have bets going.
It's true.
To one of us will be very happy, and the other completely disappointed. They are on game 3. We are waiting for them to set up. They're going to be taking over soon. It's going to be awesome. Guys, this is, I think, actually a rematch of last year's losers finals, where Melinda ended up putting it through and going all the way right against Sarah, unfortunately falling short. Now, Melinda, Lindsay, you've got Melinda.
I got Melinda.
I've got Lindsay.
I've got Sarah, so
Who do you want for this match, though?
I'm going to have to go, ooh, this is tough, Melinda.
You're going Melinda?
Yeah, I got to go with Melinda. Tough, but not that tough. I'm just going to go with Melinda just because her whole crew is here. She can't let down the kids, They're all watching.
And before we get into this match, we want to be sure to show you guys all of the action. So before we do, we want to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors here, Jägermeister, Strong Events, Crystal Creek Moonshine, Buck Wild Snacks. And with that, guys, we're going to roll the Buck Wild Snacks.
So if those aren't some of the most entertaining promotional videos you've ever watched, I don't know what is. But who doesn't like to look at creative ways to eat a chip? I love it.
Those chips are honestly incredible. Yeah. I love them. They taste so good.
We've got some jalapeno tortilla chips. We've got cheddar bourbon, or caramel bourbon popcorn. It's been great.
And not to be short on this, but we've got to go to game 3. Melinda versus Lindsay has begun. We've got our own personal bets. I guarantee you they've got a lot of money on the line. It's the Reload semis, I believe. Melinda and Lindsay going into the next site. They have got to be feeling the pressure. These are 2 of the best female hunters in the United States.
Some serious heavy hitters going at it right now. And like you said before, this could really determine what the final match is going to look like.
This is honestly a battle of Goliaths in the big buck world. If you know big buck, competitive big buck, you know Lindsay and you know Melinda. And the huge dough out from Lindsay. Melinda is going to use that to her advantage. Pick up all 5, misses 1, but you know what? It's all hugs.
She was just laying waste to Moose.
That's 0 points on the board for Lindsay for that site. Oh, I'm sorry, 457. But when you're going up against 3,000, that doesn't feel good.
No.
Melinda's getting ready, gearing up. Lindsay pre-pumping her gun into the next site. Pre-selection going on, choosing, and you can see the crowd. Everyone is feeling the intensity of this match.
Oh, yeah.
There's one.
And that's a risky shot, but Lindsay takes it. Picks up the doe behind, or picks up the wildebeest behind the doe. 2-2, Critters going in favor both ways. Lindsay with the third. Deep shooting from Melinda.
That's a great shot.
That is a lot of points on the board for her.
We've seen a lot of hugs after each site. You gotta love that.
It's honestly, the sportsmanship of this game is great. You've got two of the best players in the world going head to head. And after every site, they've hugged and congratulated each other, said good job, let's see what happens next, and they get ready to go into the next one.
Right.
And then right back to the rivalry. And jumping back into the action.
There's one.
The first goes to Lindsay.
Another.
Lindsay's looking good on this one. Picks up 4 out of the 6. Deep shot for Melinda as she secures the last 2 though.
Hey, that's not a bad sight for Lindsay. She had some great shots there. But you know, those last 2 were worth a lot, so.
Wow, close. This is coming down to the wire. This is a nail biter. Again, winner of this is likely to move on against Sarah. Loser, this is intense. We've got 3 of our top dogs still in the tournament, getting down into the nitty-gritty.
You nailed it. You got it.
And these are some deep shots. Melinda with 3, Lindsay on 2. Another one for Melinda. These are all deep for her. That has to feel good. Going to the dangerous. 1, 2, and Melinda picks it up. As we were saying earlier, a lot of these earlier players were missing those dangerous games. I'm noticing now that we've got a lot of these players are just cleaning them up, taking home every single one.
I love how they give each other like the most sincere hug after every single round.
Well, Melinda's looking like she might be getting ready to take this. It's not over. We're going into the bonus game. Now this is the electric eel bonus. I think it is just about over for Lindsay. But still hope, 2.5, there's still some hope. Here's the problem with it. At this stage of the game, you need to win by a blowout if you're down. And you cannot expect to blow out any of these players.
You know, with these bonus games, it's also very hard to expect a blowout when, you can't go out, you really can't get out of the game itself. So you really just got to count on the other person just missing their shots or you being faster than them. And, with a lot of these competitive players, there's really not, these games aren't too one-sided, these bonus games.
And that is going to be the tournament for Lindsay Garver. Unfortunately, going down to Melinda Van Hoomissen. They're all hugs. The friendship's still there. Scott Van Hoomissen takes the stage, hugs them both. Scott, of course, is the papa of Big Buck. Everyone loves him. You can't not like Scott. He dressed up for the cocktail party Thursday. Good friends with the Garvers. They've been family friends for ages. Melinda and Lindsay leaving the stage, holding hands, all celebrations. And I guarantee you tonight, when we walk out and party on 6th Street, they will be holding hands, they'll be partying. They will be right there with us. They will be right there, exactly. Now, guys, that was potentially a preview of the finals. We still have Renee Brooks against, oh wow, this bracket is awesome. Who do we have going in here?
Melissa Romanek against Renee Brooks, which I'm looking forward to that game.
Now keep in mind, Renee Brooks is one of our Aussie qualifiers. She's still in the winner's bracket. There's a good chance we will see an Aussie make it to the finals here. That would be incredible. First Big Buck Hunter tournament, and you make it to the finals? Come on.
I think that's beginner's luck right there.
It could be, but
Maybe.
these Aussies are good.
Luck.
The Aussies are very good.
There's no denying that.
But she's got to go through Melissa Romanek, who's had a huge win previously against Melinda, who we just saw catching fire again. On the south side of the bracket, we have Kylie Hodsden against Sarah Erlinson, another huge matchup. And then over in the loser's side, we've got Allie Gillis waiting and Melinda Van Hoomissen waiting to see who they go up against. And of course that crowd came. Still on Melinda, still on Lindsay, talking, having fun. They're hanging out, they're congratulating each other. And guys, before we go into these next games, we've got another project that we're working on in-house. Play Mechanics, Raw Thrills. Of course, this is an arcade legend. This is an arcade classic. This is what you go to the arcade to play. This is Cruisin' Exotica. Guys, we're bringing it back.
Cruisin' Blast!
Cruisin' Blast is back. Jess, tell me about it.
Oh yeah, Cruisin' Blast is the new revamped edition of what we all know and love as Cruisin'. Old school, pedal to the metal. Everybody can recognize that game. Everybody played it at one point in their life, and now you can play the new and improved version. So we're really excited about that one.
And we are also incredibly excited about these next matches we've got coming up. Of course, we have Renee Brooks against Melissa Romanek. We just went through this bracket. I'm definitely interested to see how this one plays out. Now let's take some bets. Melissa, Renee, top Aussie, one of the top AU players, and one of the top American players. Where are we going?
You know, my money's on Melissa. After watching her, you know, kind of put a beating on Melinda, who I think, you know, is going to win this whole tournament. I gotta go. I'm in her corner for this one. I'm going to go with Melissa.
Now I've got to feel a little different here. Renee Brooks is the 29th seed. That's 3 from the bottom. She came in as a wild card. She killed it in Australia qualifying. She worked hard to get here. I know they came over a few days early to adjust her jet lag. I watched them last night actually play, and she was kicking ass and taking names. I'm going to go with Renee Brooks on this, but we're going to be watching closely on all of these matches because these are going to be incredible.
It is really coming down to the wire right now. You know, we have limited games left, and a lot of talent still out there.
That's right. I think we're running down to about 8 to 12 competitors, and it's every single one of these matches. I'm sorry, we're down to 6 competitors. 6 competitors here competing for that check.
All coming down to this.
And guys, while we're talking, we've got a camera shot of the crowd right here. Obviously, we are in the Austin, Texas. We're on 6th Street at the Belmont, 305 West 6. If you're in Texas, make sure you head on down. It is free to come in. It's an awesome party. The venue is full. We've got Killer Queen going on inside, which of course is essentially a 10-player joust that Raw Thrill started producing. Again, Betson helped us bring in those games, and those Killer Queen guys have been killing it inside.
Oh yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to check it out yet, but I definitely am gonna have to interview some of them later.
Now Jess, you've been working pretty closely with the Killer Queen guys over the last few months.
Yep.
Tell me about the game, tell me about the community, everything I want to know about it.
So one thing we love about Killer Queen is their community is a lot like the Big Buck community in that it's grown fast, and there are a lot of them, and they are more than passionate about the game they're playing. Killer Queen's a 10-player game, 5 players on each side. Unheard of in the arcade gaming industry. Another unheard of thing is that it's the first joysticks and buttons arcade that you can find that's brand new. So we're bringing retro games back to the arcades here in 2016. Super awesome to see. 3 ways to win. You can win by snail victory, you can win by killing the queen, or you can win by getting all your food into the beehive. So it's definitely an awesome game to play. Requires some skill, easy to learn, definitely gives you a vibe that you're back in the 90s and the 80s and playing one of those old school arcade games.
And of course, as you said, it's a 10-player game. I don't think I've ever seen a 10-player arcade game.
It's basically 2 arcade games backed up, you know, next to each other. You can't see who you're playing up against, but you can see them on the screen, and it is epic.
And every community, every location that has a Killer Queen game, there's not out there too much right now. Of course, we're working on getting more and more out there for you guys, but every place that has a game has a fanatical community behind
all
it.
Major cities, and they all have leagues, and people meet once a week to play the game, have competitions, tournaments, just like this one here tonight. So it's definitely awesome. You should check it out.
And of course, we've got them here. If you are in Austin, they have some games on free play. We've got games on free play. You want to be here. Head on down to the Belmont. Now, where are we at in the bracket? We've got some awesome matches. They're going to be coming up soon. But as we said, we've got some great stuff coming out of Play Mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, if you like what you see so far from all the promos we've been doing, we have those games downstairs on free play right now. You have the chance to go and play some of these great games, and I highly recommend coming down and doing it.
And we're going to be gearing up for the winners semifinals. I'm seeing their names on screen. We're going to be calling those players up to the stage. We have Melissa Romanek and Renee Brooks against Sarah Erlinson versus Kylie. Before we do, though, we'd like to give a major shout to one of our sponsors, Sure Shot HD.
Are you ready for a whole new gaming experience? One that transforms your living room and brings arcade-style action home to your flat screen. Introducing Sure Shot HD, an exciting new video game system that brings arcade-style shooting games home to your HD TV. The action and vivid graphics will provide endless entertainment for you, your friends, and family. Open a whole world of features by creating a free Sure Shot HD account. Access the Sure Shot shop to download free and premium games and add-ons. Compete in weekly tournaments and rival challenges. View worldwide leaderboards to see where you rank. Access your games library from any Sure Shot HD system. Just log in and play. With games and new content being added all the time, you're sure to find something for everyone. For even more fun, play head-to-head with friends and compete for bragging rights. Time to get trigger happy. Plus, Sure Shot HD goes where you go. It's light and easy to connect. Bring it with you, anywhere, anytime. The Sure Shot HD complete video game system features stunning 1080p high-definition graphics, cloud storage for anytime access to all of your purchased games and add-ons, built-in Wi-Fi for easy connection to the Sure Shot shop, global leaderboards, and tournaments. The Bluetooth wireless gun features realistic aiming and bullseye accuracy, instant response trigger, rapid reload pump action. Best of all, the Sure Shot HD system includes the complete Big Buck Hunter Pro arcade game. All 6 adventures, 18 regions, 360 challenging levels, and 18 exciting bonus games. Transform your living room and take aim at fun today. Order Sure Shot HD online. Learn more at SureShotHD.com.
And we have an awesome interview lined up for you guys, but before we do, we've got even better matches. Kylie Hodgson up against Sarah Erlinson and Renee versus Melissa. We are on Kylie versus Sarah right now. Of course, defending champion against Kylie, who is a very well-known, dominant hunter. Ryan Hodgson, Kylie's husband, is predicted by a lot of the community to win this tournament tomorrow. He's been an all-star in ranked play all year round. I don't think he's actually been out of first at all except 1 week. That's an incredible training partner to have when you're going up against the likes of Sarah Erlinson.
You know, if we're talking about power couples, Big Buck Hunter, I'd say I'd throw those two up there right now.
Oh, 100%. And Sarah is struggling to step away from here. Kylie's showing why she deserves to be in the semifinals. Splitting that one again, 3-3. This is a nail-biter of a match. 60 points separates these two from site 2. We're gonna go into site 3. We've got 3 sites and a bonus left. It could go either way.
This is semifinal Big Buck Hunter.
This is exactly what you want to see.
This is what we all came here for. This is what we came to watch.
The nail-biting competition at the end. It's so close, it's intense. Every shot counts. And here's the thing, you've got to be fast. And Kylie is not able to make big points that round. She does out.
And Sarah jumps on opportunity, and she really does capitalize there. She takes out the 2 bucks that she needed to do and did it with ease.
And here's the thing, Kylie didn't go out early enough that Sarah was able to make too big of a difference. Unfortunately for Kylie, she slips a little bit. Ryan Hodgson, her husband, in the back right behind them, getting into the match. Sarah looking to take and build on that lead, but Kylie fires back with the first 3. Next going to Sarah Erlinson. Quick shooting from Kylie will secure the 4th and the 5th. Kylie Hodgson putting on a clinic for Sarah. Wow. Winners, semifinals, the Big Buck Ladies Championship Friday night. Connor, tell me how you're feeling.
You know, this place is electric right now. there's a lot of cheers going on downstairs, and rightfully so. I mean, this is a big game. This is a huge game.
We've got cheers on the upper deck. We've got people watching over the balcony. We've got just about every space you can see full of buck hunters wanting to see someone take down the Goliath.
Yet another.
That is Sarah Erlinson
dominating these sites.
Kylie has to feel good. Ryan even better. You can see him in the crowd celebrating right there. Julia Wilmot beside her. They're just shocked.
This is something else, I tell you. We were not expecting this.
Winner of this game goes to the finals of the winner's bracket to play either Renee or Melissa Romanek. This is incredible. I would never have expected Sarah Erlinson to fall in the winner's bracket like this. But you know what? It's happening, and I'm excited.
And we really did. I think we maybe overestimated a bit. We said, that last game with, we assumed Melinda was going to actually go up against Sarah in the finals. And, now
I'm reevaluating everything. I don't know. I just don't know what to think. Sarah Erlinson falls,
incredible.
And the crowd is electric. Everybody here knows exactly what that means. Sarah Erlinson, 3 out of 4-time defending ladies champion, has just been sent to the losers bracket.
I can't believe it.
She can still come back. It's not over. She can still win this tournament, and with Sarah Erlinson, it is very likely. Now, of course, we had another huge matchup in that round. Renee Brooks and Melissa Connor. Tell me what happened.
Well, it looks like Melissa just took that one just barely, though. That wasn't quite the game we saw before. I mean, 2,000 points, a bit of a difference, but I'm not shocked. I had my money on Melissa. She's been a threat. She's looked good.
Shoot, I bet on Renee.
Yes, you did.
I owe you a drink at the end of the night, but you know what? I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. That is huge that we just saw Sarah fall and Renee Brooks, one of our Aussie competitors, I think the only one left in the tournament, dropping early. And of course, in that chat, Melinda and Sarah, rivals, which means we're gonna see Melinda and Sarah going up next. This is Big Buck. This is what I wanna see.
Now, let me remind you guys just how important this is, because we have Sarah and Melinda first and second, 2015. We have them first and second again. Sarah winning, Melinda taking second, 2014. 2013, Melinda taking first and Sarah taking second. 2012, Sarah taking first and Melinda taking second. This is truly one of the biggest, if not the biggest rivalry.
And we're seeing it in semifinals. Neither one of these two will not make it to the finals. One of these two will be going home much earlier than they wanted. We might not see Sarah Erlinson pass off those Jugs of Destiny. We might see Melinda Van Hoomissen continue the streak. As we said earlier, Sarah wins in twos. This is her, she's had 2 years of last winning. This is her year to lose. This is huge for both of these competitors.
I couldn't agree more.
And we are gonna be watching that game incredibly intently as they shoot in. This is probably the most evenly matched. That is a huge buck for Melinda. Wow. Deep shots all around.
And here comes the dangerous trophy.
This might be the differential, and that goes to Sarah.
That's a great shot. It's a great shot.
400-point difference. Huge points from both of these players.
That dangerous trophy made a big difference on that site.
That's absolutely true. If I were these two, I'd be sweating. I'd be talking trash. I'd be getting into each other's heads. I'd be doing everything I could to secure it. But you know what? Instead, they're dancing. They're feeling it. Another one bites the dust has come on. We've got booties dancing everywhere up here. Of course, the Van Hoomissen clan right behind Melinda, preparing to hopefully cheer on their mother for winning this one out.
Hey, that's what the game's all about.
That's right. Everyone here is having fun. Melinda, though, is having a little more fun. She takes 4 in the critters. 5 and 6 as Sarah goes out.
Sweet.
We might see Sarah Erlinson being knocked out early in the semifinals, guys. Let me hear it for Melinda and Sarah. Wow. This is Buck Hunter. This is what I want to see. This is competition. This is it.
This is a championship game in a semifinal game. You cannot ask for better buck hunter.
And
you really can't.
And I can only imagine what's going to come of these finals.
But look at this. Sarah is not going down without a fight.
Firing back with 4 of her own. That's a little bit of a differential, but I don't think it's going to be enough to come back.
Are you guys going crazy right now?
This is absolutely bonkers.
Are you guys going crazy right now?
Welcome back to the Dust
I had
Fest.
to ditch that last interview because I needed to come back for this.
I don't even blame you. The crowd's going crazy. What's going on the floor out there?
I have no idea, but it is crazy, and everyone is like putting all the pressure on Sarah right now, so I don't know how she's gonna do under the pressure, but this is huge.
All right, a really ambitious first shot.
But she cleans up with the first 2.
She knows she needs the point.
She's got 3 to Melinda's 2. 4 to 2. That's gonna be it for that site. Sarah's inching back closer and closer.
This is a close one.
This is so close.
200
Melinda's
points.
A textbook nail biter.
This is, wow. 200 points separate these 2 titans of Big Buck.
You can hear the crowd making noise. This place.
We have 1 Trek, and 1 bonus game, and 200 points. These are some deep shots. I love the Irish Elk maps because you get some huge point opportunities. Melinda,
that big game,
which goes to Sarah, but Melinda's racking up the points with 4 to 2. We're gonna see how this differentiates. Melinda, though, working it. She's feeling it. She's ready. Melinda
is ready to take this home right now.
She thinks she can win. It's the clockwork bonus, Connor's favorite.
My personal favorite.
Connor, walk me through it. What's going through their heads?
Well, this particular bonus game can be pretty difficult. You have to be patient, and when times like this, when when these targets are covered, it's just you gotta pay attention to where that is right off the bat, because in a split second it's gonna be gone. It's gonna come back up again, and you gotta make sure that you do not miss a beat in this fast-paced bonus.
And it looked like Sarah needed to win it. Melinda, though, takes it home, hugging it out to see who wins. They're stressing, but I think it's gonna go to Melinda. That's Melinda moving on to the reload finals.
Former champion is out.
Sarah Erlandson falls early. Connor, what do you have to say about that?
Wow, that is insane.
You know,
I don't know what to say right now. For once in my life, I'm speechless.
Connor, how are you feeling?
I'm fully confident. Melinda had she did take a loss, but she has not missed a beat since. She's looking great out there.
I think Melinda actually strives in the reload
Melinda just
bracket.
took out her biggest competition in this whole play so far. That she thinks.
She's the last remaining of our
she is.
of our bets. You are entirely right. And Connor, there was another huge ticket matchup just then. Allie Gillis and Renee Brooks. Why don't you walk us through how that played out?
No, that one was just under 1,000 point differential. So that was a very close one. It looked like, things just.
Between Allie Gillis and Renee Brooks, it looks like Renee Brooks secured that victory.
Yes, just barely.
Which means Renee Brooks is going up against Melinda right away, I think, pretty much right away in the reload. I can't believe it. This is so intense. This is so close. I'm loving this. Absolutely loving it. But you know what? Before we get into that next match, we want to give another one of these. Crystal Creek Moonshine has been incredible. They're out here with us today. Guys, let's take a look at Crystal Creek Moonshine.
I fear it's not enough. I need your body and all the stardust. It's not enough. There's nothing left. You're my last breath, my love. You really got me like,
I don't know how we can talk about anything other than what just happened on the stage, but we have to talk about Crystal Creek Moonshine because they have got a ridiculous beverage at our bar right now that actually changes colors. I plan to show this on the stream at some point.
We're
in
gonna
this
have to get it up
2-day
more.
event. But
Glasses for all of us.
Yes, and their drink is awesome, and it definitely gets you drunk, which is, you know, the point of any alcoholic beverage. So Crystal Creek Moonshine all day long.
And they've done an incredible job. They've joined us out here. They've got some great gift baskets and gift prizes that are going to be won on stage through all of our tournaments.
All of our top 4 competitors will win them.
And it's going to be awesome. But guys, before we get into the final matches of this year's the Ladies Championship, we're going to do a quick recap of 2015's World Championship. Guys, this is it.
Here at the Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago for the 5th annual Ladies Tournament.
What up, everybody?
Please welcome the one and only David Snipes!
I'm having a blast. This is the funnest weekend of the year. This is what we look forward to all year, every year.
It's awesome, so much fun. My adrenaline's pumping.
The moment we've all been waiting for all night, Sarah Erlinson versus Melinda Van Hoomissen. We are watching the 2 biggest names in Big Buck ladies history go at it. Oh, and Sarah does out early.
Sarah's gonna take a pretty big lead into the final track. Can Melinda make it up?
We've got a ladies champion, everybody! Sarah Erlinson!
Is there anyone that can beat me?
We are at the 8th annual Big Buck World Championship.
Having Moosehead and Old Wisconsin and Lyft and all the other game companies that are involved, it's awesome.
I love that Big Buck HD is streamed live on Twitch.
Oh my God, so much fun down there. It's so crazy. Everyone's having a blast.
This place is going insane. $15,000 on the line.
Skippy, he's fast, phenomenal shooter.
And Derek goes out. That's huge for Trevor.
Trev Gartner's amazing. He knows the sights and he's dead on accurate.
Trevor is just cleaning up right now.
Trevor Gartner, 2015 World Champ, $15,000.
Big Buck Tournament weekend is easily the greatest weekend of the year.
I'm Trevor Gartner, and I just won the 2015 Big Buck Hunter World Championship.
Now that was last year's World Championship highlight, and of course, it happened at the Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago. Jess, you were there. Were you there for that, Connor?
I was not there.
All right, so we'll go to Jess. Jess, what do you think of last year's tournament?
Last year was awesome, but this year by far trumps it, as we always do every single year. I don't know how we do it, but we always seem to just knock our own socks off every year.
It's tough. You know what?
Yeah.
It is definitely tough. It takes a lot of planning, but everyone at Play Mechanics and Raw Thrills, Betson, all of our sponsors, everyone busts their asses and to put on this incredible event every single
The
year.
way this tournament is going is just a testament to how awesome this whole year has been because it's just so different.
It's record-setting. We had record qualifier play, which was...
Brent Garrity behind us, by the way. He's the one who spent 30 days in the United States before he actually qualified.
This year we had record qualifying play. We had more players. It's Austin.
Biggest prize pool.
We're on 6th
Huge.
Street.
Oh, yeah.
$100,000 prize pool. It just gets bigger and better. And I cannot wait to get into the planning of next year.
Oh,
and show
already
these guys,
thinking about our 10th annual. Big
show
deal.
these guys what we've got.
Oh,
but
yeah.
tonight, we've got one more match that I want to talk about. Melinda Van Hoomissen and Renee Brooks. Brent Garrity getting out of here.
Brent Garrity just wants to get his 30 seconds of fame.
Melinda and Renee. One of our top Australian players and the only Aussie left in the tournament.
This is huge. Has an Australian player ever made it this far?
I don't think they have.
I don't think so either. I think this is another first.
I think Courtney McLaughlin placed 12th last year.
Right. This is the closest we've ever been to having an Aussie winner.
And I know the rest of them are going to be going crazy.
And it's her first time, which is just insane. It's her first year here.
First year. And she's making it to the finals of Reload bracket.
She's showing that you don't have to be a vet to make it to the top.
No, absolutely. You've got to be passionate. You've got to be a skilled hunter. And of course, anybody can be a skilled hunter.
Hey.
All you've got to do is get out and play your local Big Buck HDs. Get your friends together, practice some tournaments, and of course, qualify for the Big Buck World Championship that happens every year right around this time.
And if you want to find one in your area, bigbuckhd.com/locations.
That's right. And of course, tune in to Big Bucking Around on twitch.tv/BigBuckHD every Thursday for what's happening in the Big Buck community.
I think they're trying to pull me for an interview, guys. I think we may have Sarah. I think we may have
let's
Sarah.
get it quick before we get into our next match.
We got to go fast.
Head on out of there.
BRB.
We're going to send Jess out for an interview. We're going to be talking about this match. Melinda, Renee, who do you have?
Melinda.
You've got Melinda
I
still.
still have her, yeah.
Still have Melinda. You're still confident.
Got to stick to my guns here.
Okay, and I had Renee earlier, and I think she let me down a little bit, but I'm going to keep my faith in her. Renee, I'm going to vote for you again. Make me proud, make the Australians proud. I'm from England, let's make the Commonwealth proud. And I know she's got a little cheering squad. One of the Australian operators, Peter here, Southern Star Amusement, awesome. Zach, AMD, all of you guys over in Australia, we love you. We keep sending your players to these tournaments because they seriously make it that much more exciting.
Absolutely. I mean, look at today.
All right, and we actually have a quick preview of some snacks before we get into our interview with Jess Petro. Let's roll the snacks.
All right, guys, that was Buck Wild Snacks, and now let's take it over to Jess with an interview with Sarah Erlinson.
Who's Caleb? Is it Cal? Yeah. We are live with Sarah Erlinson. Jess got knocked out of the ladies tournament, but what are you going to do about this, Sarah?
I'm going to win tomorrow. Tonight's in the back of my mind. It always has been. I'm focused on tomorrow.
Tonight was never the goal. The goal has always been 2016
Buck Hunter World Champion, me.
She's going for the big $20,000 grand prize. What is 5K? 5K is nothing.
Exactly. I mean, that doesn't even pay for me to get here. Fuck that.
Yeah, F that. Okay. So, Sarah, what are you going to do tomorrow? Are you going to change anything about your game tomorrow?
No. I'm in the mindset now. I wasn't tonight. Tonight was warm-up.
Okay. She's already holding the trophy in her hand and the $20,000 check. You heard it here first. Who do you think's going to take it home tonight?
I don't even know who's still playing.
Melinda, Renee Brooks. So we've got our first ever Australian in the last. She's here for the first time from Australia, and then you know Melinda, obviously.
Yeah, I gotta go for Melinda, but I've played Renee last night and Kylie. And Kylie's on fire right now. Kylie's on fire, so.
You gotta pick one.
I gotta go for Melinda.
Okay. We have Sarah going for Melinda. Let's see who takes it home in these final matches. Thanks a lot, Sarah. We'll see you tonight.
Damn right.
Damn right. Back to Connor and
we
Callum.
are back. Of course, Sarah Erlinson is going to be gearing up for her. No, she's not gearing up for her next match. She's unfortunately out of the tournament. But what we do have is Melinda versus Renee right now on game 3. This is our reload final. Connor has Melinda. I've got Renee Brooks. Chat, let me know who you guys have taking this. Site 1, Dangerous Trophy. We're starting it off right away with the intensity.
Right into the nitty-gritty.
And we're going to be taking a look at game 3 in just a moment. But just to clarify what's going on, Melinda Van Hoomissen and Renee are tied 3-3. They're getting intense. They're into it. They know it's the Dangerous Trophy. I don't know who secured that one, but Melinda Van Hoomissen has a 1,000-point lead. 3-3, that's a big difference for a tie in Bucks.
You gotta wonder if she's the one who secured it.
That's right, and Renee, I'm sure, is not too stressed out just yet. She's got plenty of time to come back, but they're gonna be heading into the next site. Melinda gearing up, closing her eye, getting ready to hunt. That's a huge shot for Melinda. The Critter's going to Renee in the following $3. And the big game. Melinda fires back by securing the next, but Renee takes the fourth. 3,600 points. What is going on? That is going to put Renee, I believe, above Melinda.
They're just keeping it even. They're keeping it interesting, and it's the reload final.
This is insane. That's 700 points in favor of Renee Brooks. Melinda knows she needs to win this. Renee looking for a chance at the $5,000 check and to hoist the Jugs of Destiny and win the 2016 Ladies Championship, going down in history. Melinda.
Great sight for Melinda there. She, you know, at first I wasn't sure if Renee's $2 were actually going to be worth of a similar value to what Melinda hit, but it looks like Melinda actually got to that one and secured a spot on top.
And that puts them at 100 points. That is incredibly close. We are watching potential history. Melinda fighting for a chance at winning her second title. Renee to try to claim her first. And this is all just in the reload bracket.
Melinda is absolutely dominating this site.
5-1. That's huge for Melinda. 3,800. That cannot feel good. I've got everyone in the chat giving their power to Melinda. Renee is a madman, guys. These are your final 4 competitors, and they are gunning for the history-making Ladies Championship right now. Oh, Renee Brooks goes out early. Melinda taking the power that the chat is giving her, cleaning house, and takes all $6. That is huge.
Unbelievable.
Renee does not look upset. She's happy, she's smiling. She knows she's made it incredibly far as is. I think that might be it. But you know what? We're gonna go into the bonus anyway. They're gonna have some fun. And hopefully, they're gonna be all hugs and kisses after this match. Guys, Renee Brooks and Melinda, fierce competitors. Renee from Australia, all the way out.
And you know, she had a great and absolutely great showing in this tournament.
There is no reason for her to be upset.
Absolutely not.
She came out early. She's dealt with the jet lag. And you know what? She's here, she's done it, and she should be damn proud of herself. Melinda, though, doesn't matter. She's punching her way to those finals. She knows what she's coming for. It's going to be glorious, guys. Stick around. You are not going to want to miss this. I cannot believe it. Melinda Van Hoomissen from the reload bracket saw an early defeat in Winners 2, I believe.
Yeah.
And worked her ass off and killed it. And here it is. The reload bracket, I believe, is ending. I'm not entirely sure if we have another match in the bracket. We do. We've got one more. Melissa Romanek, Kylie Hodgson. Renee Brooks just got knocked out, which means Melinda Van Hoomissen's going to be moving forward and playing the loser of Melissa or Kylie.
And honestly, the way both of those competitors have looked tonight, you know, if I were in Melinda's shoes, I would not be too eager to play either of those guys.
You know what? I know my girl Lindsay's out that I predicted to win. I don't know who I would vote for. Melissa Romanek is coming in hot. She's still in the winners. Kylie, just coming off the win against Sarah Erlandson, last 3 out of 4-time defender. Melinda Van Hoomissen, all hugs and happy. She's going to the finals up against the loser of whoever loses this match. Now, Melissa and Kylie, I can see you kind of hesitant. You don't know where to go.
I'm going to go with Melissa. You know, again, I just think she's looked pretty good all night. And although Kylie's coming off a pretty substantial upset, you know, I think Melissa's going to take this one, no problem.
All right, well, I can see Kylie is taking the stage right now. They're looking for Melissa Romanek in the venue. She will surely be joining. I guarantee. Yep, there she is, walking up the stairs right now to take over Station 3. Kylie Hodgson, Melissa Romanek, gunning for the finals and the winner's side of the championship. Now, again, guys, this is exactly what you want to see. This is competitive big buck at its finest. I cannot believe it. Of course, Melissa on the left, Kylie on the right. She's fierce, she's ready to gun. That was actually a picture from
an East Coast event put together by our game wardens themselves. Melissa, ready to go. We're not going to run a spot. We're going to get right into this match, guys, as they are choosing their first site. And it's all but selected. The nerves have to be intense. There is nobody else on the stage right now. The crowd is full. The first two go to Melissa, and that's a big one in the back. Another one. Kylie secures her first and second of the round. And the last goes to Melissa. That is 4-2. And you know what's something funny is I saw a reload pop up there.
Yeah.
How very infrequent, whatever words you may want to choose for it, you don't see those.
Well, you know, a lot of times when you're doing those really fast pumps, you don't give it full pump. And there are times where, you know, when you're focused on how fast you're shooting and you forget that you got to reload the gun.
That's right. You got it. And Kylie starting off strong in this one, picks up the first two and the first three.
That's pump to reload.
Melissa needs to do something. And she falls 5-1. The crowd is ecstatic. This is intense. Of course, I don't know if we've ever seen either of these two in the winners finals of the bracket. This is incredible. History in the making. It's already been made.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue to do so. This is the winners finals, guys. Round 12. These guys have been hunting all night. Tournament started at 6 p.m. We're pushing on 9 p.m. and they are showing no signs of tiredness, exhaustion.
No.
But you know what? Even if they are, we wouldn't know.
No, I looks like they can keep going all night.
It's tough. That's a 3-3 split right down the middle. 300 points differential. That's not going to make or break either of them, but it does push them closer to the bonus game with the 2.5 multiplier.
They're keeping it close.
It's most definitely anyone's game, but Kylie looking to secure it. Melissa with a big shot in the back. Fires right back, picks up the first three.
Oh my goodness.
Kylie splits it down the middle again.
They're still keeping it close. Now Kylie is going to pull away a little bit, make that gap a little larger, looking at about a 1,000-point differential.
Now 1,000 points, and I believe we've got one site and the bonus to go.
Still anyone's game.
Absolutely right, Connor.
We got a dangerous trophy.
Now that, how does that impact the game? Let's explain to everyone.
Well,
so they've got $6 and a dangerous. What is that?
So let's just say, you know, we've seen a trend of these two splitting the site, you know, $3 a piece, but that's a big game trophy too. But this dangerous trophy can really create a larger gap between either the winner of the site or close the gap for, let's say, Melissa.
And Kylie secures it. Now, of course, that dangerous trophy comes in hot, it comes in fast, and it comes in surrounded by competition of animals. So, Kylie securing it is huge, absolutely huge. They're going to go into Pigeon Park bonus, my personal favorite. It's one of our community's favorite. There's a lot of opportunities for points here. It's speed, it's accuracy. They'll come in and shoot the pigeons as they're flying. We'll see what happens here as Kylie takes 10, Melissa 4. Melissa's quick, evening it out slightly, but Kylie riding the momentum, and I think we're going to see Kylie in the finals. What a showing by the new Kylie Hodgson going to the finals. Ryan Hodgson ecstatic in the crowd. I did not expect to see Kylie here. I didn't expect to see Melinda here, and I'm ecstatic that they did. Ryan Hodgson's one of our favorites to win this weekend. If Kylie wins tonight and Ryan wins tomorrow,
they're going home with some money.
They're going home with $25,000, the Jugs of Destiny, Pappy's Jug, and the first power couple tournament winning ever.
I mean, you kind of want that to happen, right? We all have that has to happen.
You can't not. Who do we have left? We've got Melinda Van Hoomissen, Melissa Romanak, and Kylie Hodgson.
Right.
Those are your top three. They have guaranteed themselves a nice chunk of change, but that doesn't. I can't say it doesn't matter. It almost doesn't matter because what these players are fighting for are the Jugs of Destiny, the chance to hoist them at the end of the night and go down in Big Buck Ladies Championship history.
Right, and you know, all three of these ladies have, you know, that's what they're here for. That's what they want, and taking them away from Sarah, I'm sure they're very happy with that.
And we've got some awesome matches coming up, but before we do that, we also have an awesome interview. Jess, take it away.
I can make it quick if I have to. I'm live with Renee Brooks.
Crazy.
First time
awesome.
at the World Championship. She is an Australian player to go further than any other Australian player in the ladies tournament. How are you feeling right now, Renee?
I'm absolutely relieved now. Oh my God. I am. I'm just glad it's over and I can relax. I've been so nervous.
It's a very nerve-wracking thing, especially being your first time. You did an awesome job. Are you coming back next year?
Absolutely, and I'm bringing all the crew.
You're bringing the whole crew. Are you playing tomorrow? Oh, so we're going to see you tomorrow night as well. So you still have a chance.
Well, I'm just going to take it easy tomorrow. It's my big one.
Are you going to do anything tomorrow differently than what you did tonight?
No. Yes, probably. I might have a few more drinks so I can relax and enjoy it, but no, practice is normal.
Awesome. Well, we are really excited to see you tomorrow. We got some glow sticks. Mark Santander. Yes, 4th in the world. So here, you want to say something about
I'm so proud of her. We trained really well. We're getting the wrap up now, but she did so well. I'm very proud, and there's nothing else I can say. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
All right, can't wait to see what happens in this final match. Let's take it back to Connor and Callum. Thanks, guys.
Ladies Championship Finals. You know, and start off to a hot start. The two contenders split another site. It does not look like, as of right now, either of these two plan on giving up that easily.
And you know what? Here's the crazy thing. I was out last night with all of the players, the free party, of course, hosted by Jägermeister. And Melissa Romanek was telling me how she was not confident. She didn't expect to win, let alone make it into the finals. And here's why. She hasn't been able to play recently. She's not coming in hot. But you know what? She's kicking ass and taking names. You cannot be upset no matter the performance with a top 3 finish.
You really can't, and yet another site being split. Now Melinda got a few more points for that one, but
wow.
We're in
a 50-point differential. That's one shot. That's not even a buck, that's a critter. Guys, Melinda, Melissa, holy hell. Going into site 3, Whitetails. This is the challenge, this is the one the players hate. Melissa drops the first 2, but Melinda fires back by taking the second and the third. And Melissa does out. Oh, that's huge for Melinda. She takes the 4.
Very patient with that final buck.
That was exactly what she needed to do. That was what a veteran does. That is exactly who you want to study.
Under pressure.
Take a breath. You follow that buck and you put it down.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
That's exactly what she just did.
And Melinda, most definitely feeling confident. It's still anyone's game, but if she can slow it down and just maintain this lead, she will take home 2nd or 1st place. And the big game goes to Melinda as she fires back with a buck, following 2 to 3, but she picks up the big buck. Loses the round, but stays close, and that's what she needs to do.
And it's still close. I can't say any which way this. We have one more site. We have a bonus game left, and honestly, as I mentioned before, these bonus games, if it's close enough, could be anyone's game after that.
Absolutely. Going into the next site, Melinda takes the first buck, and it's got some distance, and the second, which was huge. Melissa 3rd. We'll see who's able to drop those, and it looks like Melinda takes them both out, and the dangerous game goes to Melinda.
Melinda just cleaned that up. Look at the crowd going crazy. We're passing out glow sticks, getting everybody ready for the final round here.
Putting a shot in the lion's leg,
wow.
Moving into the bonus game. 4,000 points separate these two. Melissa does not look like she will be moving on through the winners. But you know what? Neither of these players can be upset. This is 1st, 2nd, and 3rd we're playing for right now. Blues wrote this, obviously going home, securing a 3rd place finish. That's a trophy, which is exactly what these players want.
Right.
It's a check. You can't feel bad about it. Melinda doing well, ends the tournament well. She's going to be going into the finals. Melissa, unfortunately, you cannot be upset though. Melissa Romanek.
She did a great job.
Has secured 3rd place in the 2016 Ladies Championship. Congratulations, Melissa Romanek, but even more so, congratulations, Melinda, for moving on to the finals where she will rematch, I believe, Kylie Hodgson.
Nice job.
I'm mistaken, unfortunately. They actually have not played each other this tournament so far, but you know what? We're not upset about it. Kylie Hodgson, Melinda Van Hoomissen finals. Guys, you had it on Melinda all along. We all doubted you, Connor. We might be buying drinks for you tonight.
Let's hope so, because I could use it. I could use it. Melinda still has a lot of work cut out for it. Kylie's been proven to be a very tough competitor.
Tough competitor.
I would not rule her out just yet.
I wouldn't.
And frankly, I'm a little scared.
So do we get to re-pick now who we think is going to win this thing?
That's fair. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Kylie, just because she is the wife of Ryan Hodgson, and she is getting training to the max. She's got some good people on her side. So
you know what we were saying? I think you were actually out on an interview. If Kylie wins this, and Ryan's a favorite to win tomorrow, first power couple.
Oh yeah, we've never had a Big Buck power couple win. That could be huge.
Huge.
And Ryan wants it bad. So
Ryan
he's
definitely
coming for
wants it. He's number one. He took 4th last year. Next up,
look at that face. Kylie's just in it to win it right now.
Kylie Hodgson, Melinda Van Hoomissen from the Northwest Nightmare playing out of Vancouver. Guys, this is Big Buck. This is what you want. I'm ecstatic, guys. We're going to be setting up and getting that ceremony down on the stage. We've got both their crews coming out. We are going to take, as you can see, a look at that stage. Both of the crowds taking it over. Now, guys, these are their squads. These are their cheering parties, their hunting parties, their friends, their family. They are all coming on stage because this is what it all comes down to. One match, and of course, this extends. We're no longer playing one trek. This is a full adventure. 3 treks. That's a lot of gameplay with a lot of time to come back if you slip behind.
There certainly is a lot of gameplay there, and it's going to be a nail biter. There's a lot of room. There is some room for error, but you really got to make sure that you are taking your clean shots and maxing out as many points as you can, and let's hope they both keep it interesting.
All right, absolutely. Now, before we get into this match and before we show these highlights, guys, you can deck yourself out and your hunting parties. I know there's a lot of players here wearing the gear just as repping it hard. This is the Big Buck General Store.
Do you love Big Buck Hunter? Of course you do. Outfit yourself, your family, and your hunting party with all new gear from the online Big Buck General Store. Browse the latest designs or create your own at bigbuckhd.com/store.
And of course, we've got Dave Snipes on the stage with
the
players.
Beach balls going.
Getting ready.
Once again.
Beach balls are flying. The glow sticks are out. Everyone here is ready. The pom-poms on the stage. Let's actually take a look-see. There's Melinda, their family wishing her luck. She's gearing up, of course, to go up toe-to-toe with Kylie Hodgson. Ryan Hodgson, her husband there giving some tips. Kylie, happy as can be, a ball of energy. She was a blast last night out on the street.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Dave Snipes gearing it up. Melinda Van Hoomissen getting some cheers from the crowd.
By the way, that's
And
Melinda Van Hoomissen's doppelganger right next to her daughter. Identical.
Absolutely identical. Guys, we have Melinda, Sarah on stage. Sarah not on stage. Sarah and the crew behind us.
Sarah's back here. We got Audra Zedner. We got everybody.
But I want to keep the focus on that stage right now, guys. We have some incredible talent clearing out. We are getting ready. Kylie, Melinda.
It's game time, people.
The World Championship Ladies Finals. You've got Melinda.
Yeah.
I've got Kylie all day.
I'm going with Kylie. I love the Van Hoomissens. I want nothing more than Melinda to win, except for Kylie to win. I think.
Fair enough. Hey.
You know what? I think it's time for a new ladies champion. The ladies tournament as a whole has been driven
I think we're ready for it.
By Sarah and Melinda. There's never been another winner but those two.
And when you heard in Sarah's interview earlier, she said this was just a warm-up. She's coming back tomorrow for the take it all home for the World Championship.
There's a chance she could be taking home 25 grand this weekend.
Totally.
That's incredible.
That's a lot of money.
That's a hell of a lot. That's a couple vacations. That's a college fund. That's a whole lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
Now Melinda and Kylie. Kylie's checking for pit stains. Melinda doesn't care. They're celebrating. They're excited. Kylie, Melinda, Kylie. I cannot wait. And you know what?
Melinda always hypes up the crowd. This is her MO every year when she makes it to the final two. She gets everybody so excited.
I'm getting anxious for them.
I'm getting it. This is probably an anxiety dance right now that she's doing.
A nervous dance, that might be true. We've got a lot of money on the line this weekend. We've got lots of bragging rights, and of course, the chance for a brand new ladies tourney champion in Kylie Hodgson. History could be made tonight.
History making right now.
Well, we've already made some history tonight. Let's keep the ball rolling.
That's absolutely true.
Let's make even more.
Renee Brooks making it all the way to the semifinals. I'm sorry, the semifinals, I believe. Yes, I'm correct. Melissa Romanek improving on her 6th placing and moving into 3rd, securing herself a trophy. Kylie and Melinda are hugging it out, gearing up and ready to get into this final match. Of course, this is the ladies tournament finals. This is all the marbles.
It all comes down to this. All of their hard work throughout the year comes down to this.
And there's pressure, there is nerves, there is stress and anxiety, and of course the crowd behind cheering it on. You've got Melinda, I've got Kylie, I've
got Kylie.
So let's get into it. Kylie picking up the first, Melinda firing right back with the second. But Kylie picking up a huge buck in the distance.
That was far. That was a deep buck.
But Melinda fires back with 2 distance shots of herself. That has got to feel good. I think I was going to say Melinda was very behind there, but those 2 shots definitely helped her out.
That was a huge pickup for Kylie. That was a 1,000-point dangerous trophy.
Absolutely, and guys, of course, the tournament so far has been 1 trek. The finals will be 3 treks, which means we also have 3 bonus games. You got 1. Kylie and Melinda shooting it out. Melinda picking up the first 2, however. Kylie picking up.
Melinda's pulling it out right now.
This does not sound good for Kylie. Melinda picks up 5. Of course, there is so much time, though, to recover from this.
It's not over till it's over.
Absolutely not. Not only do we have more sights, but we've got more trucks. Connor, what do you got to say?
Well, you know, based on that last sight, you know, the score gap is still not that big. So there's still, like you said, plenty of time for her to catch up. And
ooh, Kylie got the elephant in the background there.
But it doesn't make a difference as Melinda picks up all 6.
Melinda's cleaning it up.
Melinda proving how she does under pressure. We've talked about it all tournament. Melinda is killing it right now.
And now that trophy does not count because there were no bucks hit on Kylie's side.
Absolutely.
So Connor laying down some knowledge, making a difference here. Kylie struggling to hold it tight. But you know what? She's got plenty of time to come back. We're going to take a look at this site.
There's 1.
Moose going 1 apart. Kylie with the second. No one going for the critters as they'd much rather take the bucks.
Ooh, Kylie just got a far one. Let's see what. Oh.
Kylie, 4-2.
That's a huge pickup for her.
Now that's 9,000 to 6,800.
Still a pretty large gap.
But we've got plenty of
plenty of gameplay.
Of course, the peace balls are still going. Melinda and Kylie focusing on nothing more than the tournament. Melinda with a huge shot deep in the center back. Kylie picking up the one that runs in front, though, not the one she was going for, as Melinda takes another 5-1 lead. Melinda's showing what she's all about. She's feeling good. Kylie might be stressed out here.
You can see she's visibly frustrated. You can see it.
I think everybody in the venue knows how bad Melinda wants it this year, and she is going to stop at nothing to do whatever she needs to do to get it.
I think for Kylie, what she needs to do is calm down.
Take a deep breath.
Do her best in this one, forget about it, and move on to the next track. Don't worry about this score. Focus on it being a 0-0, and your objective is just to blow out the competition.
Absolutely.
She can't let this one get to her head.
And of course, this is a Twister bonus. Melinda picking up the critters as they come flying out from the Twister, picking up 6-3. Of course, Kylie, as we're saying, reset, but at the end of the day, all she needs to do is stay close. She just doesn't want to fall further behind her. And even better, if she can come out with a win here. It looks like she's picking up most of the critters.
As you said before, you know, this next trek is a clean slate. You know, anything can happen beyond that point.
Now keep in mind, everybody, while it is seemingly like a best of 3 with 3 treks, the scores carry over from trek to trek. So it will go into the next one, being 16,000 to 10,000. Kylie is still down 6,000 points, but you know what? There's so much time for her to come back from.
Here we are into the next trek.
And this, as we said, resets. So Trek 1 picking their sights. Melinda's looking for her advantage, and she goes with Irish Elk.
There's one.
And they split 1-1, but Kylie picks up the deep.
Reload.
The big game going to Melinda. The Critters ignored completely while they focus on the Bucks. And Kylie, this is what she needed to do. She picks up 4.
You know, and this is where she has to treat this as a clean slaver, because now she needs to see it as, all right, I just need to win this trek, and I need to win it by 6,000?
Exactly.
Either way, very possible, you know?
Absolutely. Win this trek, win it by 6,000, and then win the next. There's nothing more than I would like to get into a close Trek 3. Melinda not giving up easy though. Kylie fighting back, picking up 2 of her own. 3, 4 to Kylie. Melinda. Now
this is huge.
This is what Kylie needed to do. She's closing that gap bit by bit, 19,000 to 15.
We're down to a 4,000 point gap. Still anyone's game at this point.
And they're going to be loading in. You can actually see the intensity on both of their faces. You've got to be quick, you've got to be fast, and you've got to be ready for anything when you're playing Big Buck Hunter. Especially Melinda through the trees picks up a big shot. That's what she wanted. That's how she's going to pick up that lead. But Kylie of her own in the back.
And we have a dangerous trophy coming in.
And it's a bear, and it goes huge shot to Kylie, and you can hear the crowd behind us getting in favor. They want to see Melinda fall. Sarah Erlandson is behind us with her crowd, hoping that Melinda falls. Hoping that Melinda falls in the finals. Now, what can Kylie do here to stay on top? She's got to ride this momentum. Got to add the pressure, put Melinda against the wall, and hope she chokes under pressure. But unfortunately, she doesn't seem to do that.
Off to a great start right now.
But that's a big one from Kylie. Not going to be enough, though, with 5 going in favor of Melinda. But I do believe that is the first win for Melinda on this track.
Yeah, you're right.
And Melinda's asking for a light to be aimed a little bit different. They're going to take care of it for her before they do. They're going to be killing a light, making sure Melinda's got the best hunting conditions and situation possible. Going into this next site. Now this is where Kylie needs to shine. She needs to do some major work here. She picks up 1, 2, 3, 4!
Kylie's killing it right
and unfortunately does not manage to secure 5, but that's a big 1,000 points for Kylie. And it's inching closer and closer. She was down 6, she's down 4. That is very comebackable.
It's interesting to see Melinda right out of the gate. She's always quick to hit that first buck. Whether she regroups or not after, kind of up to Kylie, but just throughout the rest of the treks, or the last trek, watch Melinda on that first buck.
Absolutely, and Melinda dominating this performance in the bonus. But Kylie picking it up and coming back bit by bit. She needs to not lose by a large margin here. She needs as many points as she can get going into this final trek, or this will be another Melinda Van Hoomissen Ladies Championship title. Now we're gonna see the final count. So Trek 2, 35 to 54 in favor of Melinda, 19 to 54 for Kylie. Kylie's down 5,000 points. She needs to perform.
She needs a big win here.
Absolutely, this cannot be close. Kylie needs to not only win, but dominate in order to come back about 4,000 points in this. Melinda needs to be shut down on every single site in this entire trek The entire crowd is watching intently. Could this be Melinda Van Hoomissen's second ladies championship title, or will we see Kylie Hodgson secure it? And this is exactly what we were talking about. Kylie doing work.
That is a big finish for her.
She needs these points. She's down less than 4,000. This is huge. Kylie, you got everyone rooting for you. Melinda, you're the crowd favorite, but this could go either way still. I'm breathing so hard. Guys, these people are the best players in the community. Melinda, Kylie, you do not find better buck hunters than these two. There's a community outside them. Sarah Erlinson, of course, every championship player that we've seen getting into the finals. But these two are some of the best, and they deserve to be in the finals.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And their performances tonight have just been incredible.
Absolutely. Kylie cannot be upset, but you know she's gunning for that trophy. She is not walking home with anything less than second today, but that might not be enough for her. And Melinda takes 3, and as we said, Kylie unfortunately needs to dominate this performance, and Melinda is doing as much as she can to prevent that from happening. Now this is a 5,000-point game. My breath is getting hoarse, my voice is raspy. These matches have been insane. Austin, Texas at the Belmont for the 9th Big Buck World Championship. And ladies tourney, the 6th. This is incredible.
That's one.
And Melinda looks to punch her ticket to those Jugs of Destiny. She's about to be ecstatic. How much do we have left on this round? Melinda's celebrating. She knows what time it is. She knows she's walking home, I think, with this one. I don't know if there's much more Kylie can do.
We have one site, and we have one bonus game left, and I just don't think that's enough for her.
8,000 points differentiate these two. As Connor said, it's getting down to the wire. And they're going to be getting into the next site here in just a moment. Kylie's still looking to close that gap as much as she can. Melinda looking to punch her ticket to holding those Jugs of Destiny and that $5,000 check. We'll be having the trophy presentation right on stage. As soon as this match is done, guys, we are going to be showing you all of it. Kylie under pressure does out, but it doesn't make a difference. Melinda knows she has this in the bag.
Huge game right now.
We are going into the bonus game. Melinda knows she has won it. Once this match is done, guys, of course, another brand new bonus game, the Minecraft bonus. Guys, after this match, we're going to be taking a shot right up the stage, show you the action as it happens and the celebrations as Melinda Van Hoomissen has secured her spot as the ladies tournament champion, hosting the Jugs of Destiny and that $5,000 check. Connor, you were right. You called it from the start. How are you feeling?
I feel good. We need to eat some drinks. That's the first.
And you still owe us about 10 drinks.
And 10 more.
We could run this back. I'm not sure. 10. Maybe 10.
Can we talk about this another new bonus game right here? This is a surprise.
Absolutely, and that
bonus
doesn't even matter. That is it.
Melinda Van Hoomissen.
Let's wait for the final scores to make it official.
41,000 to 35. A close match, not something to be disappointed for Kylie, but that is going to do it. Melinda Van Hoomissen has won the ladies championship. Guys,
this is a huge deal.
Absolutely incredible. You know?
How must she be feeling
This is
right
not
now?
it. Am I mistaken? No. We have one more. I am so sorry, everybody. Completely mistaken. Melinda chugging water, getting ready to get back into it. We have one more between them.
I was gonna say, where's the bubble machine?
Of course, Melinda competing through the ladies' loser side of the bracket, so she's got to win one more match. A complete mistake on our part, but you know what? It happens.
What? It was still that
intense.
tight right now.
It's intense. Guys, we cannot wait. The crowd behind us, we give them their shot, and they look away for just a second here. Sarah Erlinson, Audra Settner, Emily Tice, and all of the players behind us getting excited, correcting our mistakes. Guys, we are going into the finals.
We were just warming up for that final round.
Just getting ready, warming up our vocals.
Yes.
Melinda heading back in against Kylie. Guys,
Oh, look at that. Giving her daughter a kiss and a hug.
Kylie.
That's what it's all about.
Kylie's got to reset here. What is going through her head?
I wish we could interview her right now, but we know that's not possible.
No, we'll have one of them after. Connor.
You know, she still has a chance here. I think she knows that, and that she can make some improvements. Honestly, Melinda's shooting very well. It's still gonna be hard to compete with. You know,
But they're starting with a clean slate. On this round, she has a chance. So
that's right.
If she beats Melinda out, then she goes again.
That's right. We could be seeing a full adventure more after this one. They have one more full adventure. If Melinda takes that, she is the champion. If Kylie wins, we go to game 3. And that's another adventure. So, going into this match, Melinda, Kylie, going into number 2. You still got Melinda. We still got Kylie.
Yeah, I still
We're
got
rooting
Kylie.
for our girl.
I think she can come back. This is exactly what Melinda did last year with Sarah. She lost the first round, she won the second round, she lost the third. So we can see. We can see what's going to happen here.
But Melinda riding that momentum. She is up 4. It doesn't seem to phase her at all. She feels good as she cleans $6 up. Dangerous trophy coming on the outside, and it looks like it's gonna go to Melinda as Kylie does out.
that's gonna hurt.
Is that a 0 on the board? That is a goose egg for Kylie.
4,000 for Melinda.
She needs to win to stay in this. The crowd's getting quiet. There's a quiet death over everybody. Brian Hodgson stressed out, I'm sure. Scott Van Hoomissen feeling great. The rest of the Van Hoomissen clan getting ready and celebrating. Let's see as we go into this next site. Kylie picks up the first one, Melinda with the second. A deep shot for Kylie as Melinda fires right back with her own. Critters going in favor of Kylie. Another deep. I think Kylie might have come out on top of that one with those deep shots. 2,000 inching closer and closer.
She helped her cause there. She's definitely gonna close this gap.
But is it enough? Will she be able to secure that game 3 that she desperately needs in order to win the Jugs of Destiny?
You got one. God, there's one. Yeah.
Now, guys, we have a lot of action going on this weekend. You're seeing a lot of back-to-backs. You're seeing people from the losers and the winners going head-to-head as we're narrowing down this bracket. Melinda from the losers, Kylie from the winners. A crazy story as Sarah Erlandson, 3 out of 4-time ladies champion, has fallen early to rival Melinda. Now Melinda looking to claim her spot again with Kylie going out early in the round, which is going to give Melinda free hunting and a huge point advantage.
You got it. Got them all.
Another situation where she took a 0 there, and she's gonna end up paying for that in the long run.
Absolutely, guys. This is your best of 3, and we might not even see the third. Melinda's up 6,000 points.
She's had a pretty dominating lead so far. Kylie's gonna have to make some changes. She's gonna have to, take more careful shots. She can't afford to keep going out.
You got one.
Absolutely not. Kylie picking up the first, the second. This is what she needs to do. She needs these shots. Melinda does out. That means Kylie's gonna get free opportunity to get as many points as she wants. And that's 5-1. 2,000 points coming in favor of Kylie. A 4,000 points difference. This is the Big Buck Ladies Championship Finals, Trek 1 of a full adventure. We're going into the fireworks bonus here. Again, Kylie needs to close that gap. We might be seeing some fireworks tonight with one of these ladies, incredibly ecstatic, walking down 6th Street with her $5,000 check and the Jugs of Destiny. Melinda and Kylie tying it up on the fireworks bonus. This doesn't look like it's going to sway in either of our favors. And as I say it, Kylie sneaks away. She needs those points. That's 1,000 points. She needs all of them that she can get, and every single point matters. That is Trek 1 of our adventure. going into number 2 next. Now Melinda gets the chance to choose her next site. We've got a variety here, from Irish elk to whitetail. Melinda picking whitetail to start. Now this could get in one of their heads, absolutely. Back to back, they both managed to pick up 2. The critters being ignored as the bucks are being targeted. Kylie going for the deep, but she does not get it. Melinda secures 4 to Kylie's 2.
Making that gap larger and larger.
We've got just over 4,000 points here. Kylie, I'm sure, is starting to feel that pressure. She knows that she needs to do everything she can here. And every site she loses, she's slipping further and further away.
That's one.
And of course, Kylie coming in here as the 6th seed. Melinda Van Hoomissen with number 1.
There's that big game.
You nailed it. There's another.
And it looks like Melinda is going to take that one, I believe. Absolutely, with those deep shots. She knows, she's feeling it. She's hyping up the crowd, giving a 1 to the crowd, the camera. She knows, I think this is about to be a Melinda Van Hoomissen repeat. And this is something we talked about. Sarah loses in 2s, and Melinda was that one that fills
wins
it.
in 2s.
Sorry, wins in 2s. And then Melinda fills the 3rd. This is another one.
Reload.
Melinda
That's one.
keeping the legacy strong. Unfortunately, we might not be seeing a new ladies champion, but that does not take away the light at all from Melinda Van Hoomissen, who is incredibly excited with a whole crowd here. She's got her whole squad.
She is on fire right
now.
now.
It looks like Melinda Van Hoomissen is going to walk away with this one. 21,000 to 15. 6,000 points differential. So we have 2 sites left to go.
And then one more trek following that one.
Reload.
Melinda picks up 2. The critters are being ignored. There's a buck in the tree that no one sees, but Melinda's pre-shooting for it. Kylie picks it up. And the second, that's a 2-2 split, meaning they both let a buck leave, which is something you just about never see at this level of competition.
Absolutely not. For a while, it felt like there's a lot of hectic free fire going on.
Absolutely. They knew that buck was in that tree, and it was a lot of points, but they could not see it, as we were saying. These players have studied these boards. They know where the animals are and where they're coming from. Kylie fires back with some play of her own, though, picking up 2. That's 3 for Melinda, and Doe's out on both of them. Melinda still getting excited. You can tell her crowd's getting ready. The final countdown is playing in the venue. This is it. This is all the marbles. We've got this. Kylie's excited. We're excited. The salmon bonus starting up now.
I like how he pets the fish there. Never noticed that.
And we're going to see if Kylie can close it at all. Close that gap just a little bit. Of course, the salmon coming out of the water in random places. It looks like Melinda does exactly what she needs to do. 8-2, 10-3. Melinda walking away with it. This is why she's such a fierce competitor. This is the finals. She's under so much pressure. She's got her whole cheering squad here.
She's just not letting up at all.
Her rival's out of the tournament, and she's taking that to her full advantage. She knows if she's going to win, it's now. She's not up against Sarah Erlinson. She's feeling good. She's got Kylie Hobson gunning strong, though. But Melinda with a cakewalk, 28-16. Now, we are going to head into the last and final trek of the tournament. This is where Kylie needs to shine. This is where she needs to win. There is no looking back, no chance for failure. Every shot counts here.
Every single shot. She's gonna need maybe some type of miracle.
There's one.
Miracles happen. It's a big buck miracle. It's Christmas season, I'm feeling it. Kylie with 3, maybe 4, unfortunately falling to 2, and they both doe out, settling it there. $29,000 to $20,000. That is a big difference. In one trek, 9,000 points is possible, but very, very tough. Melinda and Kylie splitting the first 2 bucks on scene. Melinda picking up the next one. Kylie in the next with the big game going to Kylie. Incredible, incredible performance.
It's a big pickup.
These are these miracles that can happen. Kylie can still take this. She's just focused on the game. Melinda celebrating. Kylie knows this is what she's got to do to win.
A dough out from Melinda here could change everything.
Absolutely, and this is where you think where we're talking. Slow and steady win the race. Right. You do not want to dough out, especially early.
You cannot afford to put the game back in Kylie's hands.
That's one. Oh, no.
And there it is, Melinda Van Hoomissen does out. Kylie Hudson getting every shot she wants, absolutely taking her time with it, picking up 5. Melinda cannot afford to do that.
Huge point advantage here.
4,000 points. We've got, I think, a sight and a bonus left if Melinda chokes on this next sight. We've got 2 sights and a bonus left if Melinda chokes on either of these sights or Kylie comes out guns blazing and wins them. This could very well make the tournament completely different. And that's a split with Melinda taking 4 to Kylie's 2, which is not what Kylie wanted. Doesn't make a difference. She's still got 1 chance. I think the sweat is coming down Kylie's face, though. Now this is what needs to happen. Kylie needs to go huge. Melinda needs to dough out. The big buck miracles can happen.
This is our final sight.
And then we lead into a bonus. We're gonna see here if Kylie can cover.
She's picking him up.
She's got the deep shots. She picks, and Kylie goes out. I can hear the crowd already rooting for Melinda downstairs. This is all, but I think over for Kylie. This cannot feel good. And there's Melinda getting excited. She's looking for her crowd. She's feeling it. She's hyping the crowd.
She's making sure they're all there to watch this.
Kylie's getting ready, but you know what? You cannot be disappointed. If at this stage of the game, Kylie Hudson, I don't think anyone expected her to be in the finals. And here she is.
The
up
utter
against
ship bonus.
one of your big bucket greats, Melinda Van Hoomissen. And she put up a hell of a fight.
She did. You know, she took an early loss and she recovered from that.
Absolutely. And of course, this is the utter ship bonus. It's the meat grinder UFO. And Melinda and Kylie look like they're splitting it, but Melinda's slipping away 16-9 as we're going into the last rotation on the site. Melinda walking away with it a little more. Kylie cannot be feeling good. 19-11. 21-15. 22, and Kylie fires right back. Now, guys, Melinda and Kylie, Melinda's crowd taking the stage. The lights are going off. Melinda Van Hoomissen has just won the Ladies Championship, the 2016 Ladies Championship here at the Belmont. In the bubble machines are going.
Bubble machine.
Her crowd is heading to the stage.
They are so stoked. She is $5,000 richer, and she's got the Jugs of Destiny.
That's right. And we are going, and she's crying, of course.
This was a lot of years coming since 2013.
And she's hugging our players. Federico, one of our youngest players in the competition tomorrow. Scott Van Hoomissen off to the side, letting her hoist the Jugs of Destiny. This is her moment. This is what she came for. Melinda Van Hoomissen, your ladies tourney champion. Give it up for Melinda.
She worked hard for that.
And you can tell her family is nothing but ecstatic. She's crying. Her family's feeling it for her. Everyone's on stage. Melinda coming in with one of the biggest cheering squads of the tournament. Guys, this is history.
And just like that, you were right about the Sarah losing in 2s and Melinda potentially filling that gap.
Yep, she did it.
And to be fair, and you were right about calling Melinda. The bubbles are going, the crowds are heading to the stage.
I think last time she won, she bought a Big Buck HD, so I wonder what she's going to do with it this year.
We're going to have to get an interview as soon as we can. What I would like to see is if we have Mike Colesworthy or George on stage, we're going to have the trophy ceremony coming up soon, but we're going to keep it quiet and just let the party live it up. Guys, Melinda Van Hoomissen, your 2016 Ladies Tourney Champion. And of course, Melinda Van Hoomissen with the Jugs of Destiny and all of the Big Buck Trail Guides on stage. Melinda with the memo. You've been after this. Guys, that was an incredible tournament. How are you feeling?
Incredible. Well, Connor must be feeling awesome because he won tonight, so.
It was the first time I was right all night, so
Wow.
there's something there.
It had to happen.
Something to be said about
It
that.
had to happen at some point, and if anything, at least it happened in the final match, right?
You know, yeah, absolutely. And this only makes me, and I'm sure everyone else, more excited for tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. Tomorrow is going to be on fire.
And let's talk about tomorrow. Before we send it down for the trophy ceremony, guys, we have an incredible 64-person bracket. That's double the action of today, with 64 of the best hunters from around the United States, Australia, and Canada competing for $20,000 and the right to
20K.
hoist Pappy's Jug, of course, the World Championship trophy itself. Now, guys, we've got a lot of action going on stage still. We've got the trophy ceremony. Let's send it back down to the stage.
Melissa, come on up. Third place, $1,500. Fantastic shooting. You took Melinda out once, couldn't do it twice. You still walk home with a trophy. Great shooting. All right. Second place in a valiant effort, working her way all the way through the winner's bracket until Melinda got the better of her. No problems with that. Both great shooters. Kylie, come on up to the stage. Second place.
Come on, Kylie.
$2,000 and your gun trophy. Come on up. Here she is. Yeah, Kylie. Nice work. Yeah! Congratulations. All right. You just saw her less than 2 minutes ago. Here she is, the 2016 Ladies Champion, Melinda Van Hoomissen. Two-time winner. $5,000, Jugs of Destiny, gun trophy. She loves it. All right, now let's get everybody together for a quick picture. Here they are, your top 4 finishers in the Ladies Championship. Give them one last round of applause. Thank you all for coming out tonight. You guys were awesome, great support, and we got some great winners.
And of course, that is the ladies tourney champions. We have Melinda Van Hoomissen.
I'm super excited.
Hodgson,
Super
and
exciting.
Melissa Romanek. What a tournament. They're taking some shots on the stage, celebrating. I'm sure Melinda's going to be out in full force tonight.
Absolutely.
I cannot wait to see these players. Congratulate them personally. What an event, guys.
What an incredible night.
I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's going to be insane.
We've had some amazing storylines, have we not? I mean, we had Renee Brooks, Kylie Hodgson, Melinda Van Hoomissen, Sarah Erlinson getting knocked out early.
Oh, yeah, that was intense.
Too drunk to buck having one player left and making it all the way to the end. This whole weekend is going to be incredible, but tonight has shown nothing less.
I think we did nothing but make history tonight.
Nothing but history.
Nothing.
A lot of upsets, and again, just paves an amazing day tomorrow. I could not be more excited.
And I'm hoping we can get Melinda Van Hoomissen in the booth for an interview. If we cannot,
maybe we could just get her on the desk.
Whatever we
bring
do,
her here.
we're gonna have to get her somewhere.
Maybe we'll just replace Callum with her.
Okay, come on, guys.
I didn't dig you at all this whole time. I had to throw in one.
But as we said, Melinda Van Hoomissen has secured her title as the ladies tourney world champion. I could not be more proud of her. Could be more excited for her.
What is going on behind us? I
Her
don't
whole
even
crowd,
know.
I'm sure, is incredibly ecstatic.
What is that?
I don't know what it is, but we're gonna head down to the stage nonetheless.
That's Sarah.
Let's take a look at the stage, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have Melinda Van Hoomissen on the desk tomorrow for an interview to recap this ladies tourney championship for her. They're celebrating in the pit. We are going to go join them any minute now.
It's time to get drunk.
Guys,
let's be honest.
It's been incredible.
I owe you guys some drinks, I think.
Connor owes us drinks.
I think I owe a few drinks.
We've got to go celebrate with our players, guys. It has been an incredible night here at the Big Buck Ladies Tournament. Please be sure to join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/BigBuckHD for the main championship the main event, the World Championship, where the 64 hunters going after that $20,000 check. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Callum, joined on the desk by Connor Canay and Jess Petro. Have a good night.